Yo, 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 this is Vince Russo, and I am here to tell you that Dylan and Ashling would like to thank Luke, Ollie, Adam, Pete, Andy, Lori, but not Lewis, and all the guests of QuizzleMania for their consistent entertainment every Wednesday night. Keep on jamming that jam, bro.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are, and welcome to QuizzleMania 12, recommended by Vince Russo, the benchmark of wrestling quality. This show is the showcase of the Morons, the greatest spectacle in all of sports infotainment. Thanks so much to Dylan and Ashling from Cork for organizing the Vince Russo cameo. You guys are amazing, and the more celebrities we can get saying jam that jam, the better. So go out there and cameo, fly, my pretties, fly. So you know the drill by now. I am Adam, Doctor of Quizonomics Blompier. I'm diagnosing you with QuizzleMania fever. You need a quiz. Stat. Take 4 contestants and call me in the morning. Quick, nurse. We're losing them. We're losing them. Don't you give up on me now. You fight. You promised me would see Blackpool one more time. Damn it, this is the part of the job I hate. Call it, nurse. Right, let's meet our players. First up, it's the wonderful, the only, it's Pete. Hi, Pete.
Hello. Hey,
Hi,
how's it going?
I'm really good. Lovely to see you. So now, Pete, we've got in a little bit of trouble last week because we played with someone's emotions, and that's not cool, okay? Because we don't want to seem callous here over at QuizzleMania. We're a show for everybody. I'm just gonna, if you don't mind, gonna welcome him back. Hi, Louis, or Lewis, as Vince Russo would say. Can't help but notice you're a little less dressed up this week, but that's fine. So obviously, like a lot of people were very upset with the way we treated you last week. We brought you on just to kind of, because you do really want to get on the show. You'd made that very clear. I thought, if it's okay with you, Pete, I thought maybe we have like a mini quiz within a quiz to kind of, you know, just like, I'm going to ask you each 3 questions. Whoever gets the most questions right stays on the show. Does that sound
awesome?
Because Louis, you know your stuff, and Pete, obviously, like you've been on QuizzleMania a lot, but I did ask you first. Is that cool, Pete?
Sure. Yeah.
Let's
really have
do
a
it.
choice,
All right.
do I? Sure.
So, Pete, I'm going to ask you your question first. Keep scores, everybody. Okay. Who is the current WWE champion?
It's a tough one. It's tough. But I'm pretty sure, if I can find it in my memory banks, I think it's Drew McIntyre.
It is Drew McIntyre. Okay, that is correct.
Cool.
Louis,
Cool.
who was the first WWE champion?
Bruno Sammartino.
Incorrect. It was Buddy Rogers. Okay, so second question. Pete, what is The Rock's real name?
That'd be Dwayne Johnson.
That is correct. Louis, what is The Rock's mother's birthday?
Hang on. Repeat that. I couldn't have heard you properly.
Sure, that's fine. So obviously, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Correct answer, Pete. Well done. What is The Rock's mother's birthday? Atta Johnson. What's her birthday? The
Rock's mother's birthday.
Yes.
February 12th.
It's October 26, 1948, mate. You call yourself a wrestling fan. All right, Pete, no, question number 3. Say John Cena.
John Cena.
Correct. Louis, how many seconds long is John Cena's rap album, You Can't See Me?
212.
It's 3,297. Thanks so much for coming, Louis. All right, Pete. So obviously it's you are at
still here.
You've lost now. How many times? How many times you come last now? Is it 4 or is it 5?
That's 4.
That's 4. So Ollie has set the record with 5. So obviously, if you
Yeah.
come last today, you will tie with him for having come last most at QuizzleMania. Just letting you know. What's your strategy for not doing that?
I did just win. Just going to throw that out there right now. I did
That's
just
true.
win,
That's
which is
true,
more
actually.
than Ollie's one. So, you know.
That's a good point. So, quiz within a quiz, you are currently undefeated. Tell you what, I'll get you. I'll get a second QuizzleMania trophy for you. Enjoy the quiz,
Perfect.
Pete. All right, next up, the first special guest that we have for you this evening. You may know him from the Gorilla Position podcast. It is Skillit. Welcome to the show, sir.
How are you, Adam? Thank you for having me, man. It's a pleasure to be here today. I'm very excited. And every time I do an introduction on the Gorilla Position podcast, I always give a random shout out. So I'm going to give a random shout out to Dan Spivey, aka Waylon Mercy. So here we go.
Hell yeah! What a gimmick. So. Obviously, Skillit, apart from all the kind of the, you know everything about current wrestling, I assume. What period of wrestling would you say you're most up on? Like, what is your kind of like specialist wrestling subject?
It's definitely Attitude Era and before. So yeah, new generation Attitude Era, definitely.
Well, hopefully we got some old stuff in here for you. Finally, what's your favorite fast food franchise?
Ooh, KFC. I know that's a bit,
No, KFC is amazing. Right, thank you so much for coming on. We hope you enjoy the show, and we're just going to move right on now. So, okay. So we were supposed to have Sha Samuels on today, the East End Butcher. And this is not a work, by the way, which feels really weird that we have to say that in like a wrestling quiz, but this is like a real thing. So I messaged Sha today about 5:30 with the link for today's show, just to follow that. And this brings you to kind of this live stream. I didn't hear back. So I messaged him by text, by WhatsApp. Then I phoned him about half an hour ago, about 40 minutes, in fact. And I also got someone else, a promoter who knows him, to phone him as well. And so far, we haven't heard anything back, and Sha is not here. So I'm not sure what's happened. This is not me trying to kind of like bury Sha Samuels. This is simply a case of we don't know. And we really hope that he's okay. So obviously, Sha, if you could get in contact with us, just let us know you're all right. I mean, if Sha does join us during the show, we'll turn it into like a 5-man team or 5-man whatever. But yeah, so we don't know what's happened with Sha Samuels. We just thought we'd come out and just say the truth. Basically, we hope everything's okay with Sha. We really do. Thinking like kind of on our feet last minute, I was speaking to Andy, who was unfortunately busy tonight. Andy said, well, why don't you get someone who works for WrestleTalk? Why don't we introduce like a new face, someone who's wanted to be on the quiz for a while, which obviously because we had this bit at the beginning set up, so stars have somewhat aligned. Hi, Louis.
I thought that the first bit was a bit harsh, but now it makes sense. You're obviously just sort of putting me down a bit to bring me up for this. I really appreciate it.
No, man, I know that you know like so much about wrestling. So obviously we've got a wrestler called Tempest who writes for WrestleTalk. I don't have his number. Do you mind just giving him a quick call and sending him the StreamYard link? Just tell him like literally just click the link and it will bring him to the live stream. Could you do that for me? Is that all right?
But we've got...
Thank you, Louis. Appreciate that. Okay, so moving on. Luke, our reigning, defending QuizzleMania champion. Hello, good sir. In amidst all this craziness, how the devil are you?
I'm doing very well, sir. How the devil are you?
I've been less stressed, I'll be honest.
Is that why your hair is now white?
Yes. That's the only reason, and not because your frosted tips tweet got to me in a way that I find deeply uncomfortable.
It was so much good banter, Adam.
Yes, it was. So Andy couldn't do it. Brian Zane couldn't do it. Alex, Queen of the Ring, couldn't do it. Sean Ross Sapp couldn't do it. No one has ever successfully defended the QuizzleMania trophy twice. Again, considering that your wife would super love you to have a Wednesday evening off, what is more important to you? Your wife's love or becoming the greatest QuizzleMania champion of all time?
Last night, Adam, I leveled up my character in D&D.
Wow.
Now a level 9 monk. It was a big moment. You know, I can now leap buildings and everything. Like I can essentially just walk up walls. It's pretty good, right?
Yeah, that's great.
Basically,
you've already sacrificed your vows are out the window. Basically,
yeah, and today marks the 1 year since I did the Inca Trail and reached Machu Picchu, a 5-day hike that was one of the most physically intense things I've ever done.
Wow.
And it was so rewarding. But yet, retaining the QuizzleMania champion is the most important thing in my life right now. Like it really is. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for sacrificing everything for this. Louis, that's cool, right? You got a hold of him?
Come on.
So thank you so much. I see him in the stream lobby. Tempest, what's up?
What is up, Adam? This is quite the surprise. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for being available at the last minute. Obviously, tell me a little bit about your history with WrestleTalk and your history in the ring. Let's get the fans knowing you a little bit.
All right. Well, a couple of years ago, Ollie put out a video saying that we're launching WrestleTalk.com. We're looking for writers. We're looking for people to contribute to the wrestling media landscape. And me being fresh out of university, I believe my last class in university when I watched that video. And I thought, why not? I submitted 2 pieces. I got hired. And over 2 years later, I've kind of worked my way up. I'm now one of the editors at WrestleTalk.com. If you see someone doing live results for New Japan Pro Wrestling, I guarantee that it is me. Beyond that, as a wrestler, I'd always loved professional wrestling since my days as a wee lad. I always wanted to be involved in it, but for a long time, I just didn't have that kind of self-esteem, confidence in myself to do that. And I actually saw Edge return at the Royal Rumble, my favorite wrestler of all time, and thought, why not? Why not start? And I started this year training to be a pro wrestler. I've had my first match, and then the world came to an end.
Yeah.
So here we are. Here we are waiting for the world to resume spinning so Tempest can get back in the ring once more.
Well, here's hoping. Thank you so much for stepping up at the last minute. You truly are one of our most valued WrestleTalk employees. Let me just bring everyone else back. So this is our lineup. Apologies for it not being as advertised, but frankly, we've been sort of sorting it out at the last minute ourselves. So again, if anyone does hear from Sha, we hope it's okay. Obviously, it's fine. It's a wrestling quiz. It doesn't matter, but we just hope everything's doing all right. So just before we start, actually, so I have not only Luke's coveted QuizzleMania trophy, but also what? There's a second QuizzleMania trophy. Now here's why. Because for the newcomers on the show, some of you may be familiar with Jam That Jam. Basically, Hulk Hogan got a tattoo. It says, "I am that I am." It looks like it says, "Jam That Jam." Andy has basically threatened to break my legs if I don't point out the fact that he was the one who first noticed it. But it's become since a little bit of a phenomenon to the point where we have a Jam That Jam t-shirt. Oh my goodness. You can find the link for that in the description below. Basically, in order to celebrate this phenomenon, that basically QuizzleMania and Jam That Jam are basically both sprung up out of the world ending. We're basically going to run a little competition. If you basically, up until the end of the month, if you buy a Jam That Jam t-shirt, you'll be entered into a prize draw. And basically the winner of that prize draw will get a autographed QuizzleMania championship. Literally like the exact same model and make and everything. But with a signature from members of QuizzleMania, hopefully. Or maybe just me if the world doesn't end soon. Anyway, so yeah, please do get your Jam That Jam t-shirt. It's delightful, comes in white and black, and you can order it at the link below. That is more than enough admin now. Let's absolutely start this quiz with the price is shite. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to show you a piece of wrestling merchandise that you can buy in real life. You let me know how much you think it's worth in dollars. And then the closest without going over will get 5 points. So is that all clear? Everyone good? Magic. So the first bit of wrestling tat is the Thunder Lips doll. We're starting strong. So this is the Hulk Hogan. Well, not even Hulk Hogan, like, because he wasn't. WrestleMania 3, Rocky 3 happened, I believe, before WrestleMania 1. I think. So Hulk Hogan, this was one of the things that made him. He was Thunder Lips in Rocky 3. And yes, there was a doll made. Have you ever wanted to look at a Hulk Hogan doll? Who hasn't?
That is terrifying. Fun fact for you: in a press junket for Mr. Nanny, Hulk Hogan told a journalist, "Obviously, I did Rocky 3. That's what most people know me for."
Wow.
All right. So Soren Nord has given us some money. Now that the question, is it Sid, has been answered, the new pressing questions are, is Tutankhamun going to reach Ollie's record? Is it Jacques Rougeau? Who's Chinese? Jam that jam, boys. Virgil Namoto, game suggestion, lists certain numbers of wrestlers and figures out who doesn't fit and why. That classic Have I Got News For You game. Also, waterproof blonde or story of the year for Christian's theme. All right, so let's start with our very special guests. Skillit, how much do you think that is worth?
Well, I think I'm way off, but I have guessed $79.99.
$79.99. Tempest.
I've gone a bit lower. I've gone for $24.98.
$24.98. Clearly not a fan of Thunder Lips. Pete, let's go with you.
I've gone lower still. I've gone $17.99.
$17.99. And Luke?
I'm with my brother Skillit. I've gone for $70.99.
Very, very interesting, because this doll is worth $159.99, and apparently there are scuff marks on the shoes, so it's not even in pristine condition.
Oh wow.
That's Christ.
That's insane.
It costs you $160 to terrify your child. So I believe that was Skillit, right? How much did you bid?
Yeah.
$79.99.
Hell yeah. So that is 5 points, racing out in front. Next item up for the docket is WrestleMania, the album on cassette tape. This one featured Bret Hart inventing rap, obviously, with never been a right time to say goodbye. Mr. Perfect disgracing the character he would have in WCW by also performing a rap record. And of course, the Slam Jam. It's the most 90s thing of all time. Honestly, like, Google Slam Jam, find it on YouTube. It's wonderfully shit. All right, Keza2K1 says, really enjoyed the Edge Orton match at Backlash. Would like to ask, when Edge returns from his injury, who would you like to see him against next? Very interesting. I mean, I would say, I do want to see him against everyone, basically. Seth Rollins, I think, next for me, just because he did try and kill him way back when. Jared Zimmerman says, I just found out that beeves is the plural of beef, and I don't know how to feel about that. Is that true? That's not true.
I mean, in fairness, though, you wouldn't say beefs.
No.
You just don't have a plural of beef.
It's like sheep.
Because why would you?
Look at all of these beef. Beeves.
Why don't you go ahead and ask beeves?
Hey, that's why we've got you on the show, Pete. That's why. Luke, what have you got for me?
Hello. Dude, it's got to be $50.99.
For a cassette tape.
100% for a cassette.
Pete.
I've gone slightly higher than my last one, but $29.99.
$29.99. Brian.
I've gone slightly lower than my last one. I've gone for $21.98.
$21.98. And Skillit.
I won for $25.
Oh, that is incredible. Brian, point to yours. It's $24.95. Skillit, you went over by 5 cents. I can't give it to you. Price is Right rules. I'm so sorry. All right, Tempest, congratulations, sir. Marvelous
I'm
stuff.
on the board.
All right, next up is a genuine replica Slammy Award signed by Hulk Hogan.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
All
Slam
right,
that slam.
Oh, yes, slam that slam. Hernan Hernandez says, my favorite time of the week is here. Adam, can you please remind my girlfriend Maria to drink more water throughout the day? You guys are the best. Absolutely. Hydration is key. It gives you superpowers. RL says, hey, Adam, a few weeks ago, you said you liked Apollo Crews theme song and they changed it. How does that make you feel? It makes me feel seen, RL. And Walu TV says, hey, Sha. Greetings from the hometown in Germany of Carsten Beck. Hope you are doing well. Hashtag the pile drivers east. Yes, obviously we hope Sha is doing well, but he's currently AWOL. Right, for anyone tuning in. Right, so let's start with let's go the other way. Tempest.
Well, first I just want to point out, I believe that album was like produced by Simon Cowell.
It was
American Idol fame. I just want to say, yeah. Bret Hart tells a great story about how Simon told him to sing. And Bret was just, no, that's not happening. That's not a good idea. And so we got the spoken word, whatever Bret ended up doing. But my actual answer for the Slammy, I've gone for $499.
499 big ones. All right, Skills, what have you got?
Oh my god! Now, because Tempest just said that, I think mine's totally off. I went for $34.99.
Hulk Hogan signature. Shade. Pete, what have you got for me?
I think I've also undershot this, honestly, but I've gone for $112.99.
$112.99. And Luke,
I've gone for $399.99.
$399.99. It's $400, Luke.
Oh my
Very
god!
good.
I didn't want to put down 400. I want to keep up my 99 gimmick.
Yes, that Slammy is worth $400. I believe it's plastic. All right, next up, easily the most horrifying thing we've had on the Price is Shite. It is the Goldberg 3D t-shirt.
Oh my god.
What?
You ever wanted to feel like an alien is just slowly pushing its way out through your stomach? You're next. How much do you think that horrible thing is worth? All right, on the super chat front, Just a Tribute CC says, Chinese food and QuizzleMania has slowly become a Wednesday night tradition for me. Nipples and noodles name a more iconic duo. Hashtag GT. Hashtag JTJ. Hashtag JTJ. That's never going to be easy to say. Just a Tribute CC says, also, remember that time Sha did a work tweet about WCPW at the same time real tweets about 5-star wrestling not paying guys went out. I do remember that. That was fun. So basically, you remember you almost did a WCPW show for the WrestleTalk Extra, right?
WrestleTalk Extra,
yeah. So right. The one you were doing with Fight Back, and in that thing, in that show, I cut a cringe promo. I believed it at the time, and in some ways, I still do. I do think wrestling is a force for good in this world. But yeah, literally, loads of wrestlers were getting on Twitter about not being paid by 5-star wrestling. And yeah, I think it was Sha put out a tweet, something sort of mentioning us in a worked tweet capacity. I think it was related to a different thing. So everyone jumped on the WCPW are paying their wrestlers, and which prompted me in that promo, in that show that got put up for WrestleTalk Extra, to literally have to explicitly say we pay all our wrestlers. Say we won about WCPW, but we did. No wrestler went unpaid. Right. Memories. Mike Daniel says, jam that jam. Hope it's not Greece. As Pete would say, who's Chinese? Pete, what have you got for me, mate?
I've gone really low on this one. I've gone for $4.99.
$4.99. Overshot it, if anything. Skillit.
Oh, man. I overshot it. I went for $15.
$15. Luke.
Oh man, maybe I've overshot it then. I thought like a vintage WCW t-shirt. Surely it's like $65.99.
$65.99. Tempest.
Yeah, but have you seen it?
I went for $6.99.
Nah, balls.
Come on, guys, it's a vintage T-shirt.
That's the answer.
Look at it.
This shirt goes for $79.
Oh my god.
What?
Okay, it was more than I thought.
That's absurd.
That's another 5 points to Luke. Very
That's,
good, Luke.
that's got to be the asking price. No one did that.
right, yeah. No one's gonna buy it at that price.
Yeah, that is the buy it now. That is like you throw that down, they will send it to you. They promise. Finally, a literal table scrap. It's a bit of wood signed by Terry Funk, Tommy Dreamer, and I believe who else? Matt Hardy, that's it. It was from a House of Hardcore show in 2014, featuring a triple threat TLC match between Carlito, Matt Hardy, and Tommy Dreamer, who had Terry Funk in his corner. It's literally a bit of wood with Tommy Dreamer, Matt Hardy, and Terry Funk's signature on. So I'm just going to pop over some super chats. Tyler Rickerson says, "'Tis right here is what you call domination. It's a combination of skill and concentration. So rise to the occasion, do something amazing. Every day I dominate it." Awesome. And Tyler and Azo Smith says, "Wrote this just so Adam could say that our truth is better than Keith Lee. Hashtag jam that jamity jam." Well, that's how much my integrity is worth. $4.99. All right. Next up, just so everyone knows, by the way, super chats wise, I am going to be reading only the super chats that are $5 or more, just because otherwise we will end the show at 1 a.m. But thank you for everyone who does donate to us via super chat. We super appreciate it. We love you so much. All right, Tempest, let's start with you. How much do you think that bit of wood is worth?
I would pay this. I would pay $499 for this piece of wood.
$499. All right, Pete.
$114.99.
$114.99, jumping on the 99 gimmick. Skillit.
$140.
$140. Luke.
Before I reveal my answer, which I think may be way off, I'm just going to jump on Brian's Bret Hart theory. Bret Hart fact. Did you know that Bret Hart didn't know he was going to be voicing himself on The Simpsons? Because the Simpsons themselves didn't know it was going to be. They knew like Bret Hart was doing the voice, but they weren't going to do a caricature of Bret Hart, which is why he doesn't do a Bret Hart voice. He just does a stereotypical wrestler voice.
Right.
Oh, interesting.
And on that note, $1,500.99.
Incredible.
I like that
Luke's out here.
Peppered
Luke's
in a
out here
little bit
using
of,
my government name.
peppered in a bit of wrestling history, just to kind of make sure that we hadn't thought you'd gone mad. A little bit of integrity. No, Tempest, you are bang on the money almost.
No.
It is $599.99. 600 big ones for a bit of wood. I'll send you the link, Tempest, just in case you do want to buy it. Another 5 points.
I'll buy it for the office.
Oh, thank you. All right, so that is the end of the first round.
Great.
Yeah.
Done so well.
The scores as they stand. In last place, it's Pete with nil points.
Just setting up the big comeback.
With nothing, with 0 points. In third place with 5, it's Skillit. And in joint first place with 10 points each, it's Tempest and Luke. Very, very exciting as we move into our next round, back by popular demand. It is Emojinius. A slightly shorter round, so it's not, instead of 10, I'm only going to show you 5. Just because there may be another new round coming later. So I'm just going to show you a set of emojis. We all speak phone here. And you basically have to tell me what wrestler, team, group, whatever, what wrestling thing, event, pay-per-view, what wrestling thing those emojis are representing. And if you get it right, you get 3 points. And I'm going to go around everyone and get them to show you. So there's a possibility of 15 points up for grabs in this question. The first one, what's this all about? All right, so let's see. Freddie Arendondo says, here for some lovely time with the boys. Love every Wednesday and hope everyone is staying safe and sane. Thanking all of you and jam that jam. Absolutely. The Masked Coyote says jamming that jam from Alaska. Thank you, and thank you everyone, and go Luke. Christoph Connersman said QuizzleMania Tag Edition, SRS and David Starr's mom versus Ollie and Pete. Boss and Chop Connection versus Kenny and Kelly. Kenny Kelly and versus Luke and David Starr. Oliver Webb says Russo, absolute genius. Don't forget to jam that jam. P.S. Any job opportunities going presenter wise? Where do I send my details to, if an option? If you want to send either a show reel or an example of writing to Luke, who do they get sent to?
That'll be support@WrestleTalk.com. We're always looking for website writers.
Magnificent. All right. So Tempest, as one of our magnificent website writers, who is this about?
So I saw the selfie looking one, so I figured it had to be Tyler Breeze.
Tyler Breeze. Interesting. Luke, who do you think it's?
I've also gone for Tyler Breeze, but really it's Pete.
Really, it's Pete. Pete?
But no, it's Tyler Breeze.
But why is it me though?
Because you did the theme song, man.
Tyler Breeze. Oh yeah, I did do that once upon a time. I did.
Very good. And Skillet?
So I put Tyler Breeze initially, and then I scratched it out and put Zack Ryder.
Oh, interesting.
It's not Zack Ryder, is it? Because it's that Tyler Breeze. And I'm
it's Tyler Breeze. Sorry.
It was the beard. Damn it.
Very sorry. It is indeed Tyler Breeze. 3 points to Tempest, to Luke, and Pete, you're on the score.
I'm on the board.
You're on the board. Next up, what's this all about? All right. Sean Lathrop says, Pete, I thought Ho Ho Lun when I saw the Chinese flag. Honest mistake, friendo.
Thank
Cyclone
you.
says, second time I'm able to catch this live. I'm extremely excited to watch this as it happens this week. Remember, Brock Lesnar UFC, Mark Henry KFC, Jam That Marmite, and Peanut Butter That Toast. That's cryptic. Azo Smith has given us some more money saying hashtag Adam screwed Louis. Lewis, please. Vince Russo said so. Prime Maguire has said, wow, glad I was here to witness the QuizzleMania screw job. Hashtag justice for Louis. All right. So this one is hopefully harder. I've tried to make them harder this week. So Skillet, let's start with you.
I didn't get this one. Alice wrote Monkey Man.
Monkey Man. Tempest, how about you?
The mustache is throwing me off, but I've gone for Jungle Boy.
Jungle Boy. Luke?
Evolution. It's a mystery.
Oh, that's
Evolution,
even
it's a
better.
mystery. And Pete?
I've got a dash. I had nothing.
Evolution is a mystery.
Yeah. Very good.
Yes, it is evolution from ape to man. See? Yeah. All right, next up. What is this all about? All right, Hill Valley 85 said AEW, NXT, and QuizzleMania, the three best things occur on Wednesdays. You guys have been a godsend. Hashtag fruit preserve their marmalades. Kid Campbell says, what do you guys think is the real greatest wrestling match ever, and why is it Melina versus Alicia Fox at SummerSlam 2010? I mean, my favorite match still is Brock versus Kurt Angle in the Iron Man match from SmackDown. That's my jam. That is my jam, that jam. Luke, obviously, yours is a triple threat from WrestleMania XII, Raven versus Kane versus Big Show. Does anyone else have a greatest wrestling match ever they would like to throw out there?
Well, it's funny that you asked that, Adam, because we just did the WrestleTalk Extra on Dominion 2018, chronicling the greatest match of all time, Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, where I made my debut on the podcast. That is my choice for the very best wrestling match of all time.
Sensational. Skillet?
I love anything Jerry Lynn and RVD, and I love anything Savage and Steamboat. And of course,
nice. Awesome. All right. So, let's start with Pete.
I think I got this one. This is the Jumping Bomb Angels.
Jumping Bomb Angels. Skillet?
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to lie. I put Flying Bomb Angels, but I meant Jumping Bomb.
Angels. Luke?
Jumping Bomb Angels.
Jumping Bomb Angels. And Tempest?
Jumping Bomb Angels.
Jumping bomb angels. I'm going to give it to you, Skillit. 3
Oh,
points
thank
all
you.
round.
I appreciate
The jumping bomb angels. Very,
It's the
very
next
good.
QuizzleMania screw job. I'm not third anymore because of that. God, this guy.
Next up, who dis?
Is that a Baron Corbin's tattoo?
It does look like it.
My God, it really does look like that. Okay.
All right. Your paranoia says rooting for you, Luke. Also, never forget that AJ Styles is a flat earther and that El Desperado's finisher is called Pinche Loco. Jam that jam. McGeek1 says new round idea. Like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Or That's My Line reversed. Players start with 0 points and you ask really fast questions. Each worth 1 point up until 20 total points. If they are wrong, they are done. Not a bad shout. Ronald Fisher says, Adam, don't be a bully, be a star. Ket says, never forget that Vince McMahon kissed Big Show's what? Video Par 97 says, fun fact, reason why Baron Corbin had that minion with a Jason mask tattoo is because he's a big horror fan and of the Minions. Well, I did assume that's why he had it.
Yeah.
Not only that, but his birthday was on Friday the 13th. And also that was when he got that tattoo. Doesn't make it any less shit, though. Yes, Luke.
I've said this before. I'm a man with a Jason Voorhees tattoo on my arm. So I think I am well qualified to say that is a shit tattoo of Jason Voorhees.
Yes, sir. All right, Luke, let's start with you. What have you got for that?
I really struggled with this until I saw the cactus. I think it's Foley.
Mick Foley. Tempest.
Is Mick Foley with Mankind,
Oh.
Good Love, and Cactus Jack.
Skills.
Cactus Jack.
Cactus Jack. And Pete.
I went completely different here because I saw that and then I saw a cactus, which is in a hot place. So I went for Scotty Too Hotty. Because I didn't have an answer. So I thought it's better to put something than nothing.
Pete, this is your round. I love this every time you're on the show. Skills, I'm afraid I can't give it to you for Cactus Jack because it is Mick Foley, the three faces of Mickles, Mankind, Dude Love, and Cactus Jack. So Mick Foley is the right answer. So 3 points to Tempest and to Luke, nudging at the top of the card. Love it. And the final question for the Emojinius round is, who's this? All right. RM Productions. Pete is the Tony the Milkman of QuizzleMania. Poor guy doesn't stand a chance. That being said, good luck. Walu TV says, I hope Shah is okay. Us too. Brian, you are a workhorse. Here you are. Congratulations. Thank you for always helping me to get better. Kayfabe shattered. Kevin says, really happy to finally see the brain, I mean Tempest, on a video. I kind of missed his videos on WrestleTalk Greetings from France. Jam that confiture. And New Punk Rant says, from Carino to Bad Business, WWE is in a blaze. And don't forget, US police killed 120 in just 21 days. Hope you're safe. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Hashtag fuck the police. Hashtag AEW for life. Luke, let's start with you, please, sir.
Okay, well, I've had a crisis of confidence because I initially thought it was a grandson of a plumber, so I wrote Cody, but then I thought it might be Dusty.
Which answer am I taking from
I'm
you?
going to go with Dusty.
Dusty Rhodes. Tempest.
See, I was going a totally different direction. I saw the plunger and I thought it was TL Hopper.
Oh, that's a deep cut. Huge
mid 2000 or mid 90s garbage WWE, but then I had the same idea that you had. I thought it was Cody.
Cody, interesting. Skillit.
So yeah, I was say what Tempest was saying. I was gonna say, well, I couldn't remember his name, so I put Plumber, and then I scratched that out, and I thought maybe it's Dusty. So I got one Dusty.
Nice. Pete.
See, I've not got this one, and I've just gone for Baby Plunger.
Baby Plunger. It's that wrestling gimmick you're going to love. Pete, what's wrong with you?
I have mind blanks, okay? Leave me alone.
It's the son of a plumber, the American dream, Dusty Rhodes. So that is 3 points to Luke after that round. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, sorry, 3 points to Luke and Skillit. All right, so after that round, here's how it is looking. In last place with 6 points, Pete.
Hello.
In third place with 11, Skillit. In second place with 19, it's Tempest. And in first place with 25, It's Luke. So who is this masked newcomer? All right. So the next round is. First of all, I did promise Ollie I would do a couple of them. Hey, you like Jam That Jam, right? How would you like to buy the t-shirt? Impress your friends and your parents by wearing this Jam That Jam t-shirt. It's about a niche wrestling reference from an even niche wrestling quiz show. If you buy a Jam That Jam t-shirt before the end of the month, you'll be into a prize draw where you could win an autographed QuizzleMania Championship trophy. Again, your friends will be so impressed after you tell them what it is. Yes, Luke.
I'm going to up that. If I see someone wearing that at a wrestling show, I will buy them a pint.
Damn, I know what I'm wearing to the office. So yes, please do. The link in the description if you'd like to buy a Jam That Jam t-shirt. And who wouldn't want to? It's something that proves that Hulk Hogan's dumb. And that's what wrestling's all about. Next up, it's...
I don't think he needs much help with that.
Absolutely.
It's one of my favorite rounds. It's the Artist Collective, slightly earlier than usual this week. Every time Pete's on the show, we make him draw. So this is Pictionary, folks. I'm going to put you guys into pairs: first and fourth place, second and third place, which means Luke, you are with Pete, and Skillit, you are with Tempest. Here it comes. I'm going to show you a wrestling thing, or basically tell you of a wrestling thing. It could be an event, could be a person, could be a gimmick, could be a show. While your partner looks away, you then have 30 seconds to draw that thing, and I will accept your partner's first answer. If he gets it right, you both get 5 points. That's loads. However, if the first answer is wrong, you both leave with nothing. So first up, Luke.
Yes,
you are the champ. Step up to the plate, please.
Okay.
All right. Pete, please look away.
You got this, Pete.
You got us, Pete. All right. All right, your 30 seconds start now. You can look, Pete, while I dive into some super chats. Pass it to you, DJ. Says, Fightful might make Dong Lord shirt. Supports Sean Ross Sapp. Tweet Jimmy Van 74. Kid Campbell says, idea for a category. Name all of Edward Leslie's ring names. Tell you what, you want OSW for that. Absolutely brilliant, lads. And they do a brilliant series where they just go through every single one of Ed Leslie's gimmicks. Shay Devaney says, chilling out with my bubble buddies and a few cans. Thanks for all the laughs every Wednesday, absolute legends. And remember, yam that yam. And stop drawing, please, Luke. Let's see what you have got.
Shit, I think I ruined it.
Oh, no. All right, Pete, say what you see. And remember, there are podcasts here.
Okay, so there appears to be okay, so there's a person with long hair that has a speech bubble, and it's an arrow pointing at said speech bubble. There's also an arrow to a person sitting down, and the same person, I think, who has a very long leg, kicking someone else, I think. And then there's a little thing in the corner, which appears to be
that's
a heart dripping blood with a knife in it, maybe?
So obviously Luke hasn't drawn.
Okay.
Arrows are perfectly fine, but obviously no letters or numbers can be drawn. It's Pictionary rules. So sorry, Pete, I interrupted you.
Okay, so
you got this, Pete.
I don't know if I do. Okay. I'm struggling here. Okay. Because what I'm thinking from the heart in the corner and the fact that they're kicking someone makes me think of Shawn Michaels. But I don't know what it would be relating to Shawn Michaels with the other person and the speech and the kicking someone. Which is probably just my own fault, because I'm definitely forgetting something in wrestling history, and that definitely happened. But I can't think off the top of my head what it would be. Okay. No.
All right, Pete. I'm gonna have to push you.
I don't know if it's. No, I'm pretty certain I'm wrong, but I'm gonna go with the rockers splitting up.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it totally
I
is as
love
well.
you.
God.
Oh, I'm so
Okay.
sad. I'm so
Ugh.
deeply sad. Right, so that is incorrect. Sorry, Luke. Beautiful drawing.
Thanks,
What
mate.
was
It's
it that
okay.
you drew
Pretty
that
good.
made you thought you'd ruined it?
Well, I've ballsed up the logo. I tried to draw like the Heartbreak Kid logo, and then, as Pete
That's
said,
pretty
it
good.
looks like blood is dripping down from him. And I was like, that's not what I meant to draw, but that's what it looks like.
It's close enough though. There was a knife going through a heart. It was pretty heartbreakish.
All right. Next up, Tempest. This is for you. So, Skillit, could you please look away? Boom.
Oh Lord.
All right, you have 30 seconds. You could look again, Skillet, and 30 seconds. All right, so Emily Lowe says, hi, Adam. Me and my boyfriend have just bought a Jam That Jam t-shirt to fight over. Happy to have another lovely time with the boys. Hashtag Jam That Jam. And excellent. I hope you win the trophy. In fact, I hope everyone wins the trophy. No favoritism here. Dale Creasy says, I think Dominic will join Seth's group, then turn on Seth. Help Ray, maybe. Keith Below says, roses are red. Alistair Black is Dutch. Ivor is cute. Eric, not so much. Very good. Jam That Jam. Brett Klasnick says, entering, stop drawing, please. Tempest. Entering this at the Hulk Hogan Slammy Awards section, reminding you all to bubba that love sponge. And no, it's not worth $400. Thanks, you guys. Hashtag Jam That Jam. All right, Tempest, what you got for us?
I will preface this by saying I am in no means an artist. My
Okay.
sister got all of the artistic talent in the world, but here is my masterpiece.
All right, Skillet, what are we seeing here?
Okay, so I believe somebody's getting a haircut. And but who is getting the haircut? So there's a star on the guy's and he's crying. He or she. It could be a she. Crying while getting the haircut. Some classic moments where somebody's been having a haircut. Crying. Who can that be? I want to say Brutus Barber, but could be Rusev. Did he have a haircut match? Did he get his hair?
Gonna have to push you.
Okay. I don't remember how Rusev lost his hair, so maybe I'm not gonna go with Rusev. Shoot. I'm gonna give a random guess, and I'm totally wrong. I'm gonna say Rusev getting his haircut.
That is Ed shaves Kurt Angle's head.
That is so obvious.
You feel my pain. You feel my pain.
I'm so sorry, Tempest. I'm so sorry. I forgot that. I'm sorry.
All right. That is nil point all round. So I've actually, I got an email about QuizzleMania. People have been sending me like lovely little suggestions for rounds, which I love, by the way. But someone came up with a suggestion, which I might implement here. So we've had one go each for each team. How do you feel about this, lads? And I'll go with majority rules. How do you feel about everyone closing their eyes and me offering the other team a chance to steal for 3 points each if they can get it correctly? How would you think about that?
I like it.
I like it.
All
right, here's how this is going to work. So if the other team get it wrong, what I will do is I will open it up to the other team to guess, but I'm going to do it buzzer style. So you buzz in with your name, and the first person to get it gets 3 points individually, not for their team. That's a little spicier. All right. So everyone, please close your eyes, apart from Pete.
Great first person to do it for.
Absolutely. Pete, this is for you. All right. You have 30 seconds to draw starting now. Everyone can look. All right. Lots of love from Dominican Republic. Wanted to let you know the 18th is Masawa's birthday. Also, don't forget Ron Jeremy kissed himself on the tip. Lovely fans. Kevin Paquette says, last day of quarantine, pulling for you, Pete. Don't let my sickness be in vain. Glad you're feeling better, Kevin. Start Recording says, in everyone's opinion, would you like to see a tag team Iron Man match? And which teams would you like to have in that match? I think we've already had one. Stop drawing, please, Pete, because we had the Hardys versus the Bar at, I can't remember, but I want to say Payback or No Mercy. Maybe it was No Mercy. Either way, Pete. So this is for Luke to guess first.
Come on, Pete.
Luke, who have you got?
This brother.
This is not going to say anything, actually.
What?
So Pete has drawn a compass and arrows pointing to the east. So, at a guess, I'm gonna say Sha. Is it Sha
Very
Samuels?
good. Bloody hell!
Don't need to overcomplicate it, lads. Don't need to overcomplicate it. Just draw east. Easy enough.
I didn't have time to change the quiz, so well done, Pete. Right, 5 points to Luke and to Pete. Very well done
work,
indeed.
Pete.
That was the East End Butcher. East. It was Sha Samuels. All right, so next up, this is Skillit for you to draw.
Yeah.
So everyone, please close your eyes.
Give me a good one, pal.
Okay.
All right, 30 seconds starting now. All right, so Emile Duquesne says, Pete, it's time to rewrite the narrative and take your rightful place. Third, hashtag bronze is beautiful. Jafar Lagarette says, morning again from Sydney, Australia. Lovely time with the boys. Jam that jam. And really, that Goldberg shirt is nearly $80. That's like $40 for every move he does. Start Recording says, as a bonus round, you should all play Skillit's WWE Guess Who. Also, what is everyone's least favorite fast food chain? Interesting. Stop drawing, please, Skillit. My least favorite fast food chain, I would go, you know what? It sounds like heresy to say it in the UK, but I'm going to go with Wimpy.
Yeah, I was thinking, but I was trying to think, is that a fast food chain?
Yeah.
Because you get a knife and fork, which doesn't
really.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. It's like a classy establishment.
Is it? It's called Wimpy.
It's not like classy establishment. Yeah, birthday. I had several birthday parties at the Wimpy in Reading. A friend of mine ruined one of my...
the Wimpy in Reading.
One of my
my dreams.
One of my friends ruined one of my micro machines at a Wimpy in Reading because he kept running it through the tomato ketchup and it made the wheels all sticky.
So you ate him.
Are we all right?
Here.
Yes. Sorry. I don't know what just happened. You suddenly all just froze
it was
out
you,
on
mate.
me.
Oh, your internet just cut out then.
Oh, weird. Here I am. I'm fine.
Hello.
All right. So, of course, Skillit, you're drawing. How very rude.
I want to apologize in advance because I am a terrible drawer, but here we go.
Okay.
Say what you see for podcast listeners.
Yeah. What are you seeing here?
Yeah.
Tempest?
This is like an abstract painting of some sort. Well, okay. I'm gonna, because obviously we're trying to draw like people and that sort of thing, ideally. So I'm gonna guess the one on the left is a face, and the one on the right is it's either a smaller face or something coming off of the face. I can't tell if anything in the middle there is supposed to be like an arrow of some sort or not. It may be. What would have come off of someone's face? Oh, what was her name? Was it the boogeyman eating Jillian's face mole thingy?
There it is. Very good. Very, very good.
I didn't get that. I thought it was Warrior.
What?
When the Warrior threw up on like after Papa Shango poisoned him.
Oh, thank God.
Can you walk me through a bit of what you've got there?
I mean, it's a horrible drawing, but that's supposed to be the boog. Obviously, that's supposed to be the boogeyman, clearly, as you can see there.
Totally.
Yeah.
So these
Okay.
these dots on his face supposed to be the moles on his, the dark patches and boogeyman's makeup, and
Okay.
that's supposed to be his tongue coming off. And Julian's mole. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, Skillit. He does look like Grimace.
I somehow managed to completely misread the picture, but still get the answer.
You
Very
killed him.
good. I mean,
Oh,
you talked your way into it just with simply like stuff coming off faces. That's
Yeah.
very, very well done. All right, so everyone's drawn once. We're going to go back round, start again. So, Luke, this is for you. Everyone, please close your eyes. All right, Luke, you got 30 seconds to draw this. All right, 30 seconds. Starting now, everyone may look. Nomeo8 says Luke is going to retain again and prove himself to be the GOAT of QuizzleMania. Believe in WrestleTalk. #JamThatJam. Squidge_22 says, Adam, what happens to the money sent through Super Chat in these non-charity streams? Is it all going on the eventual Jam That Jam tattoo that Luke is going to get? Honestly, yeah, the money that you guys Super Chat helps keeps the lights on. You know, ad revenue is not as strong as it used to be in this time. So we really appreciate kind of like you guys helping us like supplement our makings. Luke, please stop drawing now. And Zach Icon Lindner says you are now breathing manually. Thank you for being a cornerstone of my week. Now ham that ham. Luke, this is for Pete to guess. Let's see what you got. Say what you see.
Whoa. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. So is that bottom one part of the drawing as well? Okay.
It is. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So there's 5 people on here. There's one person who's large and round with like very long hair, ? Or a hat. Who can say? There's a shorter person that's still relatively round with a beard. There's another person that is holding something. There's another person with a headband ? And then there's another person that has kind of like the ninja getup where you can just see the eyes. I have no idea what this is. Okay. So,
Okay.
Oh, is it Akira Tozawa's Ninja Gang against the Viking Prophets?
Yes, it is.
Yes, Pete.
I was gonna say, if you couldn't get it from the ninja thing when we just
I mean,
saw it,
the thing is, I saw the ninja thing and my instant thought was, Akira Tozawa ninja thing from Backlash. But I was like, it's probably not going to be that because it was so recent that I don't think he would have done that so instantaneously. But I'm glad I didn't second guess myself.
you would be wrong.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that's
Next up, who drew first? Oh, it's Tempest who drew first for your team. All right, Tempest, this is for you. Everyone, please close your eyes. Boom. You got 30 seconds to draw that.
Oh, goodness.
All right, 30 seconds. Your time starts now. Jojo Hughes 12 says, everyone jam that jam. Sean Ross Sapp, slap that ma'am. Christine says, morning lads from Sydney. Got to support the man they call Skillit. Also, Adam, love the drag race references in your vids. Which wrestler would look the best in drag? I think Sunny Kiss would obviously do a fantastic job. But I think you can look now, Skillit, by the way. Thank you for keeping kayfabe. Stop drawing, please, Brian. Tempest, I should say.
Using my government name.
Kayfabe's dead, but
Yep.
I do love the Dr. Wagner mask. All right, so Tempest, what have you got for us?
Well, I will say it is virtually impossible to order wrestling gear in the middle of a pandemic. Hence why I'm using my backup mask, which is in fact a Dr. Wagner mask. That being said, here we go.
Huh.
Can Can anyone guess this one?
So this is for you to guess first, Skillit, and then if you get it wrong, I'll pass it over to the other two.
Okay, so I'm seeing the hand extended on the left, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, the guy's spinning. Spinaroonie.
Hey, there it is.
Let's go.
Oh, very good.
Put all those pieces together.
Well
I was
done.
way off again. I thought it was the human tornado.
Oh, very nice. Full of the deep cuts tonight. Pete, this is for you to draw. So if everyone could please look away. Pete, you have 30 seconds to draw. Where is it? I've deleted it. 2 seconds.
Oh, no.
Everyone keep looking away. I have to re-add it to the thing.
So, guys, just a reminder, you can buy your own Jam That Jam t-shirts.
Shut up,
Link in the
Pete.
description below.
No one sells out but me. Right, there you go. Draw that, please. All right. Your 30 seconds starts now. Everyone can look again. Ed Mayer says, I'm hungry. What do you recommend I order for dinner? Please don't say jam. Pizza. Even if it's bad, it's still good. Gatchateen says, Luke, why did you shave your eyebrows more than 1 time? Also, Adam, live your hairs. Jam that Chinese. I assume you mean love because my hair is long dead. Luke, why did you shave your eyebrows more than once?
Japes both times.
Haha. Wacky teens.
I know I was. Oh, Adam. Oh, I was a wacky teen.
Stop drawing, Pete. Stop drawing.
I was a teen. I was a teen when Jackass was on TV, so I was a wacky teen.
You must have been a skater boy. Did you tell anyone that you would see them later?
All the time, as well as doing the skating boys, shopping carts, and all that sort of stuff. We did all that because my friend had a camera with a VHS, like a proper VHS tape thing and everything. Yeah, we were proper wacky teens. I've got lots of scars on. I've got lots of scars on my back to prove it.
Banned from the Wimpy in Reading. You hell raisers. Right, Pete. This is your drawing initially for Luke, but if you get it wrong, I'll pass it over. First come, first served. So, Pete. What have you got for us? Bloody hell.
Mm-hmm.
Bloody hell, Pete.
Okay,
Yep.
so there is a person with long hair, and there is a person next to them with a very angry face, with a snake and an arrow pointed to them, which is going to make me think that it is, well, the former Lance Hoyt, now Murderhawk Lance Archer.
Murderhawk Lance Archer is not the right answer. So I give it to Tempest and Skillit. Just buzz in by saying your own name out loud, and whoever gets in first gets the first chance of those 3 points.
Tempest.
Tempest, what do you think?
I'm gonna. God, I don't get like a penalty. I don't lose points if I get it
You don't
wrong,
lose
right?
points. You're fine.
Okay. So I can make a guess. In that case, guy with long hair, a guy with no hair, who is or has a snake. We just saw a match that was a guy with really long hair and a guy who was a snake. I'm gonna guess it's the greatest wrestling match ever. Edge and Randy Orton.
Boom!
Man.
Very good.
Do
Very
I
good
still
indeed.
get 3 points for that too? Because I drew it.
No, because your tag partner didn't get the points, I'm afraid, Pete.
What?
Look, what do you... I don't know. Look, I'm trying something new here.
I mean, if I'm not getting 5, I can get 3 instead because I still drew it. Right?
Tell you
I
what,
will say I
I'll give
would
you
not
3.
be opposed to him getting the 3 points.
All right.
I think that would be fair.
I've given Pete
Look at the
3
system.
points.
All right.
Very, very
Thanks,
good.
mate.
All right. And the final one. Skillit, this is for you. So everyone, please close your eyes. All right, you have 30 seconds to draw that. Everyone, look again. Will Hate says, Kate Owen is the real hero of QuizzleMania. Go, Pete. Give Luke his Wednesdays back, or just try not to finish last. Please, Christ. Pete, hopefully there's no Chinese-related questions this week. There were no Chinese questions related to last week. Christopher Power says, Adam, just wanted to let you know how genuinely happy I was when you returned. Your original list got me back into wrestling. So when you returned, I honestly wept with happiness. Stay happy and healthy. Much love and Janet Jam. Thank you, Christopher. That's really, really nice. I appreciate that. Stop drawing, please, Skillit. And finally, Jason Porter says, the best promo ever and the best thing that ever came out of TNA is the woo off between Jay Lethal and Ric Flair. Where would you rate it? It's definitely up there. Absolutely love it. Skillet, this is for Tempest originally, and then I'll give it out to the others. What have you got?
Oh, sorry. Hold on. There we go.
You're covering a bit of it.
Oh, yeah, forget that because I don't want to confuse you. So this is forget this bit because forget that bit. So here we go.
Oh boy, you're killing me here, brother.
I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
Oh God. Shit.
You guys can't see this, but Luke is annoyingly dancing on screen because he knows he's got it.
He's pressing his
dear.
buzzer.
Okay. So that's a wheelchair. I can get that part. I can get that's a wheelchair. I'm struggling to come up with multiple wheelchair angles that would involve the rest of this. Zack Ryder comes to mind, but I don't know what any of that is. The only thing I can think of with Zack Ryder is him getting pushed off the Raw stage, and that's clearly not what's happening there. Oh, goodness.
Sorry.
Shit on me. What's another wheelchair angle? Oh no. This is not good. I feel like there was one with Kurt Angle, but I don't see it.
All right, Tempest, I'm going to have to rush you because Luke is going to prolapse.
No. Is it because she's kicking someone in the balls? That's what that is. That's what the foot. There's the foot and there's the kicking. Is it Linda in a coma?
It's
No, I
Linda.
had it. Damn it.
I was focusing too much. I was focusing too much on just the wheelchair. I didn't know what was going on with the rest. It came together.
I'm sorry I put you through that, brother, but thank you for getting it.
Hey, you're 2 for 2. We got there. It's okay. And now we can just go back to being opponents. We don't have to be.
Amazing.
Oh,
All
man.
right. So here's how this is shaping up. In last place with 19, it's Pete.
Yeah.
In third place with 26, it's Skillet.
What? Jesus.
In second place with 35, it's Luke. In first place with 37, it's Tempest.
Okay.
All right.
I'm so sorry for all the fans that are just gonna hate me for being in first place. Hey, I'm WrestleTalk too. I'm on the team. You don't have to hate.
It's all right, Brian. They'll turn on you eventually. They're turning on me, dude. It's
I
fine.
was in 3 videos once. I had 3 videos.
And they were very good.
They were really good.
Luke. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
The comment section did not deserve you.
Oh.
True.
They were actually really nice.
They were pretty good, in fairness, yeah.
I was shocked.
All
Not
right.
because
So
of WrestleTalk, but just a typical YouTube internet thing. You know.
the next round, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be it's the return of an old favorite. It's What's in a Name.
Oh,
So
boy.
going to be a short round, another short round to kind of like pepper amongst the show. 5 questions. I'm going to give you a wrestler's real name, and you tell me who that wrestler is. Sound fair? 3 points, very similar to the other round we had, which was the Emo Genius. So I'm going to ask everyone who they think it is. 3 points for getting it right. Right. So now that we have a potential new champ on our hands, let's start with this one. Who is this Christopher Lindsay? Christopher Lindsay. So Ashling and Dylan said, Ashling, very sad we can't watch the stream live as we're at my mother's 60th, but it wouldn't be a normal Wednesday without saying hello, lots of love. Dylan says, I had the intro DM to me on Twitter, officially the best 50 quid I ever spent. Keep jamming that jab, bro. The Crockabilly says, how did you guys talk Pete into playing with the Pokemon expansion launching today? Gotta quiz them all. Thank you for spending time with us and not with Pokemon, Pete. We do appreciate it. And love from the Dominican Republic. Wanted to know who is each of your guys' favorite AJPW Pillars of Heaven wrestler. Don't forget, Ron Jeremy kissed himself on the tip, and as babies and SRS, ma'am those mams. Very yes, Luke.
I was going to say, fun fact for you: Ron Jeremy is in Ghostbusters.
He is in Ghostbusters.
That's great.
What does he say in Ghostbusters?
Doesn't say anything. He's just in the background of one of the shots.
There he is, and having a great time.
Is there a
All right.
reason why?
Ron Jeremy in it. He was probably backstage at one of the Hollywood sets.
He was just there. They were just filming in New York. He was there.
Okay, Brian, let's start with you. Who do you think Christopher Lindsay is?
Christopher Lindsay. I'm going with Mr. ROH, Roderick Strong.
Luke.
I've also gone for Roddy Strong.
Oh,
Roddy
boy.
Strong. Skillet.
Didn't get this one. I'm sorry. I have to pass this one.
No worries, Pete.
I didn't have it, so I just guessed someone. I went for Fandango.
Fandango. It was, of course, Roddy Strong. Is Christopher Lindsay. Roddy
One half
Strong.
of the greatest squash match of all time against
With
Kurt Angle on
Angle.
SmackDown. Yep.
Yeah,
Go on.
Amazing.
Oh, that's it. It's amazing.
Why was it so good?
Because it's Kurt Angle
because-
being Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
And just destroying that poor little fella.
He's the most vicious you
Poor
will ever
little
see,
fella.
Kurt Angle. It's amazing. Everyone go watch it.
I think it was
Mad.
on SmackDown.
SmackDown. wasn't
It was from like 2003,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, who is? Let me just.
Did
grab
we
that.
get the answer to that one?
Yes, it was
Yeah,
Roderick
Roddy.
Strong.
It was Roddy.
3 points to Tempest, 3 points to Luke. Next up, who is this? James Kipperley. Who is James Kipperley? Miss Bunny Penny says, we enjoy a weekly drinking game, taking a drink every time we hear hashtag jam that jam. The new t-shirt promotion got things started strong. Jam that jam. Jam that jam, everyone. Jam that jam,
Jam that
everyone.
Jam that jam.
Jam that jam. Jam that
That's
jam.
like 7 drinks we just gave them.
Jam
with
that
that.
jam. Flybird78 says, lovely time jamming that jam every Wednesday. Thanks, bros. Roll Tide Roll. It's an American football thing. And Evan Reich says, Peter, are your nails painted?
Yes. Because why
Yeah.
not?
They're very nice. What shade is that? Is that teal?
So there's dark blue, then there's like a grey, and then there's like a teal. Because why not?
Very nice, mate.
Why the hell not? All right. So let's start with you, Tempest. What have you got for me?
I don't know about this one, but I'll explain my reasoning. I'm pretty sure I found out somewhere that his TNA name was a derivative of his actual name. So I've gone for Billy Gunn.
Billy Gunn. Interesting. Skillet, how about you?
OJ Cassidy. Orange Cassidy. Orange Juice Cassidy. Well, I call him Orange Juice Cassidy.
Thank you, Faye. Pete?
Fandango.
Fandango again. Luke?
Cassidy.
Freshly squeezed himself. It is the man, Orange Cassidy.
Billy Gunn's real name is Monty Sop.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Huh.
Yeah.
A
Where
magical
did I get
name.
that then? Oh,
All right, next up, we
It's gonna be
have
Fandango one of these days.
one of these days. Is it Sid? Who is Aurelian Smith Jr.?
oh.
Cyanide 87 says, hey boys, first time watching live after catching up on every episode since last Thursday. Question: what is everyone's favorite ruthless aggression Mount Rushmore? Hashtag jam that jam. Kind of tempted to say Evolution, just pop them all up there, but Kurt Angle for me for sure. Brock Lesnar definitely. Rey Mysterio, I think so, and Shawn Michaels. Well, anyone
sounds
else
pretty
got,
decent.
got a topper?
Is this just WWE, or is it everybody?
Probably.
Just ruthless aggression. Your Mount Rushmore of ruthless aggression era.
I thought the ruthless aggression was fucking rubbish, so no one deserves to be on it.
Eddie Guerrero.
Nice.
Can't say the other guy's name, so we'll move on. Guerrero, Jericho. I'm gonna say Cena and Lesnar.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh, Eddie Guerrero's a good shout. I might swap out Shawn Michaels for Eddie.
Basically,
Shawn Michaels
anyone
did his
from the
best stuff.
SmackDown 6.
Exactly.
I'd say.
Yeah. I would be tempted to go with most of the guys that were called up from OVW in 2002. So like Batista, Randy Orton, John Cena, and I'll swap out Brock Lesnar for Edge because I love Edge.
Yeah, Edge is
Nice.
great. Actually, great. Edge is a great show.
All right. So next, Brian, Tempest. I keep doing it. Who have you
Killing
got?
me. Hey, brother. So I did know this. Well, I don't want to spoil it, but going with Jake the Snake Roberts with a horrible drawing of a snake.
Luke?
I couldn't get. I mean, I know it's not, but I've written Davy Boy Jr. and I know it's not Davy Boy Jr.
Davey Boy Jr. Skillet.
I didn't get this at all. I put Smith Jr., but yes.
You're not wrong.
Pete.
Fandango.
Fandango. It was indeed fantastic, Jake
Oh.
Roberts. There he is.
Son of
Nice.
Grizzly Smith. Also
Yeah.
Aurelian Smith.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Hmm.
I want to know where they came up with that name. It's a tad different.
It's like his actual name is so much more impressive. Stephanie Bell. Who is Stephanie Bell?
Is it Fandango?
I'll kill.
Somehow I doubt it, Pete.
Do you know what's really helped me since, Adam? You know, we haven't done this round for like about 6 weeks or so,
Mhm.
but I have been reading I read the Observer every Thursday and every Friday morning, and I now notice when I see real names. I've never previously. I've just always skipped over them. Now I take a little bit of mental stock with them.
So I've improved WrestleTalk in at least one tangible way. Magic. All right. So just Jordan King says, New Japan Cup is Grandmaster Kawato. Before you said mic quality is important, what do you use? Can I ask? I can't watch rest, have to work, sadly. JTJ, Mates, and Lumpy. For me, I use a Shure mic. I think it is. It's a directional mic.
I think so. Yeah, this is a Rode.
Rode's great. Rode's are good directional mics.
Anyone else? I will say about that New Japan question real quick, as it is my forte. That would make total sense if it was Kawato coming back. He's been on excursion for about the last 2 or 3 years now, and I believe he had won a title in, I believe, CMLL last year, and him coming back would make total sense with the timing of everything. I personally don't know who Grandmaster is. It's a series of vignettes they're doing right now, but Kawato would make perfect sense.
Oh, fair enough. Thank you very much.
Man, I've been so busy with work. I didn't get to watch any of it. I got to watch like 10 minutes of like the Toriano birthday day, basically. and I just got to watch Zack Sabre Jr. wrestle for 10 minutes. And I was like, oh God, New Japan's great.
I haven't seen any of it since it came back. I know they've only done one show, but Tempest.
No, they've done 3. They've done 3 shows now. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They're in full swing now.
Yeah, it started New Japan Cup. So.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The actual quiz.
Yes. Back to business.
Mia Yim.
Mia Yim. Luke.
Yim. Mia Yim.
Mia Yim. Skillet.
Yeah.
Mia Yim.
Hey.
Pete.
Mia Yim!
Way!
I think I did it!
Threes across the board.
Oh my
Points all
God.
around.
Good. Well done, everybody. And finally, Richard Blood. Oh,
That's
and
already your wrestling name.
sorry, I realized I didn't put it up. There's Mia Yim. She's great.
Yeah.
Very
Who
friendly.
Oh, great. Good to hear. Always nice to hear tales of a wrestler being great. Nits N says, hello from India. It's past 2 a.m. here, but it's time to jam that jam. Drink. Hey, Adam, have you been watching WCPW OG Gabriel Kidd, now a high-performing young lion at New Japan Pro Wrestling? What were your thoughts when you saw him wrestling in Japan? So like I said, I haven't caught up on the New Japan since it came back, but I have seen a gif or two of Gabriel Kidd absolutely leathering someone with his elbows. Cannot be more proud. I remember the pop when he won our internet championship after that losing streak he had, and a truly lovely guy as well. So I'm really, really happy for his success, and I hope it just climbs from there. It's brilliant company, and I'm very proud of him for working there. Lucas Ash says, I know this quiz mostly exists to tide over the pandemic, but please keep this going afterwards. I love it so much. Jam that jam. Tempest, who you got?
New Japan doesn't matter right now. Ricky Steamboat.
Ricky Steamboat. Luke.
One of the few that I definitely do know is Ricky Steamboat.
Ricky Steamboat. Skillit.
One of the all-time greats, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Pete.
Guys, I did it again. Ricky Steamboat.
Yay!
Oh,
Dragon. Yay! Look how happy he is for you, Pete.
I was
literally was just going around my head, just going around like Richard, Dick, Rich, Ricky Steamboat. Let's do it.
I was very tempted to write down Gangrel and then cross it out.
Well, it's kind of funny because it's Richard Steamboat, but at least when he was younger, he went by Dick Blood, which is a funny name already. But
he should have stuck with it.
His first day at TV in the Florida territory, I believe Eddie Graham or someone in the Florida territory came to him, told him, hey, Richard Blood is a heel name and we want you to be a babyface. So they thought of an old-time wrestler from the Florida territory named Sam Steamboat and billed him as, I believe, his son, either his son or his nephew. And that's where he got the name Ricky Steamboat.
Oh, amazing. Awesome. That's such a lovely story.
Awesome.
Look at you, wrestling historians. I'm so privileged to have you on the show. Let me just quickly edit this. So our scores after that round: in last place, Pete with 22. Hot on Ollie's heels for most losses in QuizzleMania history. In third place with 32, it's Skillit. In second place with 44, it's Luke. In first place with 46, it's Tempest. Top at the top, boys. All right, so next round is a new round. Way! It is so there's a new app which I have been using. I probably shouldn't because facial recognition is the devil, but it's an app called Face App. It allows you to change people's faces. This round is called Face Turn.
Oh god.
That lady on the right is my face, gender swapped, but looks fucking awfully like my sister.
Well,
so
I was gonna say it looks like Charlotte.
Looks like Charlotte? Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
I thought for a second that you'd put your face onto Charlotte Flair. Is this the app that created that sexy William Shatner?
Yes, I think this is the app that created the sexy Shatner.
It's so sexually confusing. I kept seeing it scroll up on Twitter, and I was like, man.
I mean, if you want to talk sexually confusing, right? I mean, no bad thing in being compared to Charlotte, of course. I am on every brand. So what I've done is I've taken a picture of a wrestler and I've augmented that picture in some way. I've either gender swapped it, I've aged it, I've kind of changed hair colors and moved stuff around. So all you have to do is tell me who that wrestler is, and I'll get you 3 points. 10 rounds. 10 questions rather. So there's 30 points up for grabs. And actually right now there is less than 30 points difference between last place and first place, so it is also to play for. The first one is
it's your time, Pete.
Who is this wrestler? All right. That guy, Kerry, says, jam that jam, boys. Love you all. And thank you all for brightening up my Wednesday evenings. Am I the only one missing Roman Reigns? No, absolutely you're not. I miss him too. Rob Burrell says, Rey Mysterio loves to fly. The Big Show loves to cry. RVD loves to get high. Matt Hardy won't die. Tajiri spits green mist in Nydia's eye. The Rock loves to eat pie. Jam that jam on some rye. Mike Dempsey says, how would you book Jeff Hardy's piss being the new waters of reincarnation? And Will Gossett says, Adam, can you please imitate the opening of the John Cena theme song? It never fails to make me ugly laugh. Thank you for all of the awesome content. Wobble-doo! There we go. That's a flashback. I'm so sorry. Right. Who's ready first? Tempest, you're in the lead. Let's start with you.
All righty. That is The Miz.
The Miz. Luke.
The Miz, my patron. Yeah, The Miz.
That's Miz. Skillit.
The Miz. But I put and Becky Lynch, but it's The Miz. Right.
Miz. And Pete.
Oh, Pete.
Edge.
Come on now.
This is Miz.
Yeah, totally is. And literally, as soon as you said it, I was like, that is literally the most obvious answer in the world.
That's the Miz. All right. And next up.
Could they use that picture as both parts on Miz and Mrs.?
Exactly. You only have to pay one salary. It's a genius cost-cutting technique from the most ruthless company in the world. All right. Who is this? All right. Buddy King says, Pete and Ollie need to be on the show next week to settle the score for last place. Keep jamming that jam, you beautiful boys. Tyler Adelman says, Tempest got to be SRS, right? It was me, Adam. It was me all along. The Hound 316 says, what's an unpopular wrestling opinion you have? Mine is Ric Flair was really good, but overrated. Nowhere near Dusty, Shawn, or Eddie. Also, impregnation vacation, 0% success rate. Impregnation at the workstation makes Becky 2-0. My unpopular wrestling opinion is that I love Brock Lesnar. Unashamedly love Brock Lesnar. I think he's fantastic. I love his gimmick. I love the fact he doesn't give a shit. I love the fact that I even love the fact that some of his matches are bad. I love the aura around Brock and just that whole Brock experiment. I know it's punishing. I know it ruins main events. I get it. I love Brock Lesnar. That's me. Right. Let's start with Luke. Who do you think that is?
I won't give an unpopular wrestling opinion, considering that I gave a unpopular opinion on Twitter earlier where I think the Batman Forever is better than the Dark Knight. With that said, I think that's Big E. Brackets
Big
Langston.
E brackets Langston. Tempest?
I saw that tweet and I'm terribly offended, as The Dark Knight is my favorite movie of all time. I'll be honest, I didn't have one for this one.
Fair enough. Pete?
Big E.
Big E. Skillit.
I got this one wrong. I thought it was Karma.
Oh, I see. This is Big E.
As soon as you said it.
Yeah.
You said it.
Exactly.
There we
Feel
are.
me on last question. When you just don't have it, and then someone says, is this person? You go, well, of course it is. You idiot.
Okay, and next up, who is this? All right. Evan Reich says, Skillit for the win. Skillit versus the Dong Lord. QuizzleMania 13. Luke, make Toy Gory 2.
Oh, I don't know if I've got the time to make Toy Gory 2.
Go on, Luke. Tell us about Toy Gory.
Toy Gory is a student film it was a film that I made at university as part of my university course. It was a stop motion movie where a Jason figure comes to life in a toy store and kills me. It's available on YouTube. If you just Google Toy Story brackets 2006, I think you probably have to find it. It's a toy shop that my friend worked in, and you get to see me with a quite terrible mohawk. And incredibly baggy jeans.
See you later, boy. RM Production says, thanks for all the great content during lockdown, really helps. Also, I've just finished my media production degree at uni. Any jobs going? Support at WrestleTalk.com, please. Always send examples of your work if you can. And Johnny Shuttleworth says, I was just curious if you guys think it was a mistake by AEW to throw another new talent straight at the world title. Feels a bit indie. Interesting. I assume we're talking about Brian Cage going up against Jon Moxley. I mean, I'm excited. Smash people over when they arrive. I believe Karrion Kross is, very, hopefully, if not next, but right up there for NXT Championship. And just go with who you're excited by.
We kind of we constantly slam WWE for not creating stars, like not debuting Matt Riddle in the IC title tournament. I think is a mistake because what a way to establish him on SmackDown.
Yeah, right. Too.
I think there it is on a case-by-case basis. Like if you put Colt Cabana right in the world title picture, I think it probably would have been a mistake. But look at Brian Cage. I don't think he's necessarily a guy that's going to be taking arm drags in the first match for a few months, working his way up. And you know who he is. He's been a world champion with Impact. It makes all the sense in the world for him to at least be number 1 contender straight away.
He's not a man. He's a machine.
Machine.
Tempest, who have you got for this one?
I've got Bailey. It's Bailey.
Luke?
Be still my beating heart. It's Bailey.
Bailey. Skillit?
So I went back and forth. I went Kyle O'Reilly, then Ricochet. Then I was like, no, actually, it's Bailey.
It's Bailey and Pete.
Yeah, Bailey.
Bailey! Threes across the board. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And who got Big E last time? I forgot to put those points in. It was Luke and it was Pete. There we are. And Pete. And then for Miz, everyone got that, obviously, apart from old Pete. So next up, who is this?
Just to double check, Tempest, did you get Big E?
No, I did not.
Just checking.
Keeping your own point total over there, Luke.
No, I'm just making sure that if I win, which I will, I just want to make sure that it's fair.
Abhinav Tirumala says, best AEW finishers from all. MJF's theme is royalty free. Best AEW finishers. I'm a huge
One-Winged Angel.
One-Winged Angel's fantastic. I'm a huge Black Arrow into Brutalizer fan. Like everything Pac does is I love. So what about anyone else?
Black Mass.
AEW.
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear the question. I was busy writing my answer. AEW. Come back to me.
I love Pentagon finisher. Pentagon Jr. finisher.
Yeah.
That's good.
Buckshot Lariat.
I was gonna say the Buckshot Lariat.
Yeah.
Buckshot Lariat's fantastic.
Buckshot.
Especially the ropeless one he did at Stadium Stampede. Absolutely glorious. Skillit, who do you think that face was? Who do you think is this?
I'm not convinced with my answer, but I went with Sammy Guevara, but I don't think it's right.
Sammy Guevara. Tempest.
That strikes me as a young Triple H.
Oh,
I'm going with that.
Luke.
Triple H, brackets, terrorizing.
I've also gone for Triple H.
Triple H. It is the man, the king. It's Triple H.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how I didn't get that. It's ridiculous I didn't get that.
It's not even that old of a picture.
Yeah, I would have thought it was like Motorhead era Triple H.
Hair, yeah.
Big poop on hair, yeah.
All right. Next up, who is this? All right, VideoPar97. I know that Adam does how he would book storylines. I was wondering if you would accept people's bookings of storylines you would never touch. For example, the Embrace the Hate storyline. How do people know I wouldn't touch the Embrace the Hate storyline? Ian Bolton says, thank you for another fun night of wrestling hijinks. And thank you, Luke, for reminding me of the childish nightmare of Wimpy and Reading. Jam that jam. Brett Klasnick says, my apologies for the Bubba Holt joke. No room for that kind of thing in today's day and age. Hashtag support WrestleTalk. Hashtag support each other. That's very kind of you, Brett. Degenerate Forever 84 says, love you guys for all you do to keep our minds off Steve Carino. Adam was going to ask if you needed dye. I'll send you some. I don't need dye. My hair's natural. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm Charlotte Flair. Everything I have is just genetic gifts. Right. Skillit, start with you.
So it's a toss-up between Naomi or Ember Moon.
Oh, skills.
Gonna have to push you.
I'm gonna go with Naomi.
Naomi. Pete.
Ember Moon. I originally went Banks, but I was like, nope. I recognize that mouth. I'm pretty sure that's Ember Moon. That sounded really creepy. Don't take that out of context.
Ember Moon, brackets, I miss you.
And Tempest.
See, I went with Bianca Belair first, but I settled on Ember Moon. An extra old. Kind of like Bobby Roode.
He would recognize that mouth anywhere.
Jesus Christ.
That's
Come
Ember Moon.
Let's not make this another thing.
Easily one of the creepiest things Pete said this week.
Yeah, but you know what? It's not as bad as Datson's Stephanie McMahon boob slip in QuizzleMania 1. Just throwing it out there.
Datsun, how you're missed. All right, who is this?
Whoa.
Okay.
Rye Fortin says Luke didn't get the Skater Boy reference. Shame on him. I think Andy did. Of course, Luke did.
What a fucking idiot. 35. Like, I was there. It's a terrible song.
Luke is the person who actually killed the original Avril Lavigne, forcing her to be replaced with an imposter.
Of course.
I think Andy from Outside Xbox is a wrestling fan, possible QuizzleMania guest. Jam that jam. That's an interesting idea. Gavin Amy says, will we see Jason Solomon from the Solar Monsters Sounds Off on QuizzleMania? And favorite independent takeaway shop you like? I mean, my kind of takeaway shop, which is not like a major chain, it's always going to be Crystal Kebab in King's Cross, because I used to live by King's Cross, and whenever I got kebab, I got them from there, and I always regretted it, but I always loved it. That is mine. Anyone else got a favorite kind of non-franchise?
There's an Indian shop just down the way from me called Kashim's that is fucking fantastic.
Ooh, delightful. All right, I'm going to start with Tempest. Who have you got for this one?
For anyone in Toronto, if there is a Chinese food spot in the North York Weston area called Golden Star Noodles. Excellent. That being said, I really didn't know on this one, but I went for Andre the Giant.
Interesting. Luke?
I've gone by chest hair alone. I've gone for Rick Rude, and I'm not confident.
Rick Rude. Skillit?
I went for Big Show, not confident.
Big Show. And Pete?
I also went by chest hair, and I went for Bruno Sammartino.
Oh.
Bruno Sammartino. This is actually... It's Sha Samuels.
Jesus.
Sorely missed.
Sha.
All right. Next up. So 0 points across the board there. Who is this? All right. Angel Ramos says, Adam, thank you for being my introduction to YouTube wrestling channels. I appreciate your work. Truly, you're the real MVP, pun intended. Arnie3444 says, finally became a backer again. Love you guys for the entertainment. BR Arnie K, the coolest guy ever, or something like that. Forgot what it is. Ryan Alexander Music says, Roses Red. Enzo Amore. Last week, Louis looked like a Tory. He's just wearing a suit. Tories can't claim suits. All right. I'm wearing a jacket. Oh my God. When I first started working at What Culture, apparently everyone thought I was a massive Tory just because I spoke in the Queens.
What irony, eh?
Yeah, screw you, Luke. Bacon Rasher says, took ages to find out how to sort the contrast on my new TV. Thanks for that, Adam. Are you wanting to be Vince McMahon's favorite female? Hashtag peroxide. Hashtag jam that jam. Everyone, fuck everyone. Fuck this. Luke, you could do next week's. I don't have to put up with this shit. Right. Who's first? Let's start with Tempest. Who you got?
Okay, I'm going to explain my reasoning here because I'm not super confident, but I've gone with Stephanie McMahon because this look, she was on the apron holding onto the ropes, and it appeared to be an enormous building. And I don't recall the last time there was like a women's tag match without like a bunch of other people involved and all that sort of thing at WrestleMania, besides the Hunter and Stephanie against Ronda and Kurt Angle match. I don't know that I'm right, but that's my guess.
Luke.
I've gone for Stephanie McMahon, but not her boobs, Andy.
Skillet.
I'm way off. Corey Graves.
Corey Graves. Pete.
Stephanie McMizzle.
Stephanie McMizzle. It is indeed $1 billion princess. So 3, 3, and 3. Very, very, very good. All right. Next up, who is this?
Oh,
Azo Smith. We know Mania X7 is the best of all time, but the question is, do you pronounce it Mania X7 or 17? X7 for me till I die.
X7, always and
the
forever.
show was called.
X7.
It's X8 as well while we're at it.
17, Tempest. Come on.
Don't take points off, please.
It's WrestleMania X7.
It's literally called. It's literally called X7.
Okay.
Chris Phillips, if you could bring back one retired wrestler in their prime back to the current product, who would it be? What promotion? It would be Kurt Angle. 100 in their prime, all the people that Kurt Angle could work with right now in his prime. 100% Kurt Angle. And I would actually bring him back to WWE. Or maybe AEW. See, but like, I just want to see Angle in his prime versus Bryan in his prime. It's just what I want. Anyone else have a retired wrestler they'd like to bring back?
Bret Hart.
Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Ooh, very good.
Shawn Michaels
Similar
as well
reasons,
would be
too.
nice, but I prefer Angle, but also just throwing Shawn Michaels out there because he'd be good.
Yes, indeed. Skillit, who do you have for this lovely lady?
But Cody.
Cody. Tempest.
I've gone for Cody Rhodes.
Luke.
Good-looking girl, Cody.
Pete.
Cody.
Cody, 3s across the board. It's Cody Rhodes. Yes, absolutely. A stunner. And no, not finally. Who is this?
Oh,
All right. Mike Dempsey says, is there a wrestling move called Around the World? And if so, what would happen to AJ Styles if you used it on him?
Come on now. He's not a flat earther. He just thinks they've got good points.
It's just interesting, isn't it? He's just got questions. Ryan Rubble says, what was the last piece of media, music, film, game, or series that made you cry? Serious tears of pain or joy? Ooh, I cry at everything. That's my thing. Like, I cried literally at an episode of Modern Family over dinner because Jay had to say goodbye to his dog, and I'm very easily tear up. But in terms of like proper tears, maybe Inside Out. Like Inside Out broke me in terms of like. No, I know what it is. Paddington 2. Paddington 2 of tears of absolute joy that a film like that could be made. Paddington 2 made me cry 8 times in the cinema. I love that film. It is, if you haven't seen it, it's one of the greatest films ever made by man or bear. Anyone else got something they'd like to offer up instead?
I have a letterbox list of films that made me cry. So there is quite an extensive list on there that I feel like. Okay, so for example, a Goofy movie makes me cry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and actually, like, not even just a little bit. I think Up's the obvious answer.
Up's a good one.
Up is definitely up there.
Yeah,
Luke,
Up.
you've also said that Tall Girl made you cry.
It
yeah,
did.
which is dumb.
It
Because
did,
Tall Girl
though.
is bad.
Like,
Really
it
bad.
is a
Terrible
bad
movie.
movie. It's a terrible movie.
Yeah.
But she's so happy at the end, and it's when her sister sees her wearing the shoes, and she's really happy. It made me a bit sad. It made me a bit teary. It happens, man.
I'm going for The Dare Hunter. You ever seen that?
Oh, I've never actually seen Deer
No, I
Hunter. I
haven't.
really want to.
That would make you cry. Very sad.
And Endgame would be my answer.
I mean,
God,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a good one.
My
Basically,
probably
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Pete.
my most recent would be Coco, because
Oh.
Coco is incredible. Like,
Yeah.
God, that scene at the end when he's playing the guitar and the grandma starts to move again. I'm like, oh my God, it's the best. That was actual, like, I get quite teary at a lot of movies. That actually properly made me cry from that one. It's so good. Bloody love
Nice.
Coco.
Or really, the answer is any episode of Queer Eye.
Remember me. All right. So who is this?
Yeah, sorry, a game.
Oh, have you guys not written it down?
No, I
I
have.
I have.
All right. Let's start with you then, Luke.
Trish.
Trish. Skillet.
Trish.
Trish. Brian.
I wasn't sure, but that makes me a little more confident. I've gone for Trish.
Trish. Pete.
As have I, Trish.
Trish. All right. That is 3s across. Oh, sorry. It was indeed Trish. There it is. Fantastic bone structure.
Hometown hero.
3 across the board. Next up, and I think finally, I want to say, yes, finally, who is this?
Oh,
Noel Torres says more like butt culture. Oh, I like literally everyone who works at What Culture. I like literally everyone who works for What Culture. Jason Porter. My top 5 wrestlers of all time is number 5 Miz, number 4 Orton, number 3 CM Punk, number 2 Macho Man, and number 1 HBK. What's your guys' top 5 wrestlers of all time? Don't think we've got time for a top 5, just because I do want to keep this pushing along. But I will ask for everyone's favorite wrestler of all time. Kurt Angle for me.
Raven.
Bret Hart.
Bret Hart.
Edge.
Edge from Tempest, and Pete.
Probably AJ Styles, I think.
Ah, interesting. Very
Yeah.
cool. All right. So who is that? I'm going to start with Tempest.
I watch your shows, Adam. I know your tricks. Is it Sid?
Luke.
Is it Sid?
Is it Sid? Skillit.
I have half the brain.
Pete. Is it Sid? It is Sid.
I appreciate you guys doing that because you guys always have this running joke with Sid, and I love it. That's why I was laughing so hysterically.
It is most definitely Sid. Right. So we are about to enter the final round. Before we do, because we've got a few more people than at the start of the show, I do just kind of want to play it again.
Yo, 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 this is Vince Russo, and I am here to tell you that Dylan and Aisling would like to thank Luke, Ollie, Adam, Pete, Andy, Lori, but not Lewis, and all the guests of QuizzleMania for their consistent entertainment every Wednesday night. Keep on jamming that jam, bro.
Does anyone know more about consistent entertainment than Vince Russo?
Oh man, he's going to kill this company as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
If you do want to get any more celebrities to say jam that jam, we will feature them on the show. Of course we will. Some are going for dead cheap. Luke, I believe, is only £5 on Cameo.
My favorite part of that is when he can't remember Andy's name and just goes, Andy?
Come on, Vince. You remember your favorite, Andy Datson. All right.
Not Lewis. Especially not Lewis.
Oh, poor Louis.
Poor Louis. So we are entering into our final round, which is That's My Line.
What?
Yeah.
no.
We're tearing up the rule book today, motherfuckers. We're ending the show with That's My Line.
No.
So
even more high pressure than normal.
Even more high pressure. So this round is very simple. I've assigned each of you a wrestler in advance. What you're going to do is ask me yes or no questions. You have 20 questions. It is 20 questions. You start with 20 points. For every question you ask, excluding a correct answer, I take a point off. So once you've answered all 20 points, once you've asked 20 questions and still not got it, you have 0 points. Round is over. So of course you could guess it correctly and walk away with 20 points. Or you could maybe walk away with 8 points is pretty average, maybe 12. Luke once did 16. He doesn't like to brag about it. But this is, so I've decided that we're going to do it this way because I just wanted to, if I could possibly introduce more tension into That's My Line. Because it's all to play for. Let's look at the scores, shall we? Because in last place with 43, Pete. In third place with 47, Skillit. In second place with 67, Tempest. In first place with 68, it's Luke. All right.
What a show.
What a show.
Goodness.
What a show. Neck and neck at the back, neck and neck at the front, and less than 30. Unless, in fact, there is... so Pete can't win. But other than that, anyone could come in first. Apart from Pete. Pete can't do it. But
I'm
anyone...
just aiming for third at this point.
Come on. All right. So I'm going to do it in this following order, last to first. So we're starting with Pete.
Okay.
Hey, Pete. So here is your... Let me just get your numerical counter. There you go. You starting with 20. Let me just grab your wrestlers. There we go. Boom. All right. I have your wrestlers' information. You may ask me questions at will.
Okay. Is this person a man?
No.
Okay. Is this person currently active in WWE?
No.
Oh dear, Pete.
Is this person currently active in AEW?
No.
Was this person active for WWE?
Yes. Good questions, Pete.
Okay, just mate, I'm playing safe here. I know I need to get more points, but I also don't need to go completely down the wrong track. Okay.
You don't want to Roderick Strong this, is what you're saying.
I don't want to rush from this. Yeah.
Oh, that was a difficult time.
That was
for
bad.
everybody.
Okay. So, a women's wrestler that is not currently active in WWE, but was. Okay. So, is this person white?
No.
Okay. Is it Jacqueline?
Oh, fuck off, Pete. You absolutely did not just get it.
Yeah, come on!
Absolutely nailed it.
Oh, amazing.
Come on!
Wow.
Oh, Pete.
Pete, I've been watching these. That was very impressive.
Very.
Pete,
Oh.
fuck off.
Oh, I feel
mean,
so much better.
The thing is, like, there's literally no way you could have cheated as well. Like,
No.
there's just no way.
Oh my god.
Well done. Good questions. Good deduction. Absolutely 15 points. Well earned, Peter. All right. Next up, Skillit, you're up.
Alrighty.
So,
All right.
just to clarify here, does that mean that Skillet needs to get, what is he, 3 points in front of me before?
Yeah.
So he needs to get 13 or more? No, sorry, 15 or more. No, what did I get? 15. God, my brain is going crazy.
12
Sorry, I got
tie,
15.
13 to beat.
12 ties, 13 beats. Okay, cool. Good to know.
All
Okay.
right.
No pressure skills.
All right.
All right. So let me just grab your person's Wikipedia page. Bang. Ready to go. Hit me.
Am I a man?
You are.
Have I ever won the King of the Ring?
You haven't.
Am I a Grand Slam champion?
You are not.
Okay. Am I a world champion? Ever been a world champion?
You have never been a world champion.
Have I ever wrestled in the WWE and ECW?
Have you? Is the question you're asking me? Have you wrestled for both companies?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
You have not wrestled for both companies.
But I have wrestled for WWE.
Yes.
Am I a former Intercontinental champion?
No.
Am I currently wrestling for WWE?
Yes.
Was I a part of this year's WrestleMania?
No.
I've lost the Pete, haven't I? I know I have.
You have.
Well done,
not.
Pete. Well done, Pete. Shucks. So I was not part of this year's WrestleMania. I'm not a world champion. I'm not even an IC champion. But could I be a US champion?
You have never been US champion.
Am I black?
No.
I mean, I'm black, but am I?
You certainly are, and no, you are not.
I suck at this game.
It's not easy in the seat.
It's a hard game.
Hard, isn't it? It's so hard.
Really
I would
changes.
not want to play it.
Okay, so I'm white.
Yeah. I'm not going to take a point off because you did clarify that. But yes.
Never been US, never been IC. It's not part of this year's media. Have I been a tag team champion?
You have.
They weren't part of media this year. Am I a member of the Viking Raiders, whatever they call now?
You are not a member of the Viking Raiders.
I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm gonna try and be quick.
That's fine. Don't worry. I've seen slower.
So I've been tag team champion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, am I Buddy Murphy?
You are not Buddy Murphy.
No, was he part of Mania this year? Probably wasn't.
No.
No, he wasn't, was he? Thing is, I would ask the Raw and SmackDown question, but I forgot who's on what. I would ask.
In the era of COVID, it's all one.
Yeah, exactly. So I was not part of this year's Mania.
No.
Tag team champion, never been IC, never been. I'm currently working for the WWE.
It's not a hint to say that you probably would have been part of WrestleMania if it was a different kind of WrestleMania, if COVID wasn't a thing. You look at me like that's cryptic, Luke. It's not cryptic. You would have been in the armbar.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I'm with you now.
Yeah.
So, Luke, I'm assuming you've got this, right, Luke?
No, I've no idea.
Okay. Okay. And Tempest I think Tempest knows it. All right. I know.
I think that's just the way he sits.
Just constantly plotting.
I'm trying to keep my head completely clear because I know I'm next. And I was really banking on that survival game being the last one.
All right. So I need to think lower cards. I need to think of. I wish I could remember who wrestled at Mania this year. Obviously, shucks, wasn't. Oh, is it Mojo Rawley? No, but he was part of Mania. Shit, he was.
He's 24/7 champion at Mania.
Yeah.
Lest we
Competed in one of the higher profile celebrity matches.
So we can also rule out the Gronk.
Get the Gronk. Crap. Oh, so wait, hold on. Oh, no, he was part of Mania this year. No, he was. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm gonna hurry up because this is taking too long. I'm gonna guess some names. I'm gonna throw some names out there.
Go for it.
Oh, we're gonna first go with. I'm thinking.
Stressful game. Every time I say we're going to play this game, everyone just goes, "Oh."
Sweating so bad.
Names
But the fans love it.
The tag team, not IC, not World Heavyweight, not WWE Champion.
Currently wrestles for WWE is White.
Not because he has been IC, I believe. Corbin's been IC, isn't he? Okay, you're not supposed to answer that. It's not Baron Corbin. It's not Elias. Oh, yeah, because you said they wasn't part of Mania this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. All right. Let me start throwing names now. I'm going to guess it's. I'm trying to remember the roster. That's why I'm struggling. I'm going to guess down the line because they still currently work at WWE. So.
Oh, skills.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's so hard. Once you get in your head and you've got like 3 names there, you're like, it's not any of them, but you can't think of any other names but those 3.
Exactly.
It's so hard.
You feel my pain, Pete.
I totally feel your pain. Don't you worry.
All right. That's okay. So it wasn't part of Mania this year. So and you made a little point saying that they would have been, but because of the circumstance of COVID, they were not.
It's not a huge clue, to be fair.
Okay. All right.
There's like 30 people in that battle royal.
Yeah.
But they would have been in it. I hope.
Probably, yeah.
And you said they would. Okay. Big. No, that doesn't make sense. Well,
He main evented WrestleMania
being a world champion.
and an IC and the US.
Yeah.
All right, let me stop being annoying, and I'm going to finally throw some names out there.
Go for it.
So, let's say, my mind is drawing a blank. Sorry, guys.
No, it's cool. Does anyone work for WWE?
Yeah, who knows?
No, because he's part of it. He was part of it.
It's really hard to think of people who aren't featured on TV.
That's it. That's exactly it.
Yeah, very tough.
Screw it. Okay, I'm just gonna have to throw in the towel and think of some names. So, he was part of it. All right. And you said they're still currently with WWE, isn't it?
They are, yeah.
Yeah, I asked that question before. This is terrible.
And they've won the tag straps. That was your other bit of information you're working on.
Won the tag straps. Wesley Blake.
No.
I'm not going to mention the rest of that team. Okay, so I got 4 more. Rey Mysterio. No, he's a champion. What's wrong with me? Jesus.
I also wouldn't consider him a white man.
Yeah, of course. I'm fucking. Oh my God. You're giving me. Okay, 3 more.
Are they on your Guess Who box in the background?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what I'm looking at. Former tag team champion. Has he been a multiple tag team champion?
Yes.
I think this is what I should have asked earlier. Multiple tag team champion. And still currently works for WWE. All right. All right. I think I flopped this round, obviously. So,
It's fine, man. Throw 2 names at me. Go on. Yeah, 1-2 punch.
All right, here we go. So, because I'm trying to think lower card or mid card. Let's say it's not Cesar. No, he was part of Mania. Let's say I can't think of anyone, so I'm just gonna say I'm gonna kick myself when you tell me the answer.
You might.
Yeah, screw it. I've wasted too many of time already. So we will go from some wild guesses, and it's not. I can't remember. I know, I'm being annoying. I just can't remember who's gone from the company. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The whole furlough and thing.
They're still there, promise.
All right. Screw it. It's not them because I know they're gone, like Zack Ryder. So
it's not Zack Ryder. Oops, sorry. It's not Zack Ryder. 1 point.
And
you got this point. You've got it.
Hail Mary.
Kurt Hawkins. No.
Is that your official guess?
Yeah.
No, it's not Kurt Hawkins. I'm afraid.
Can I have a stab?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I've got it as well.
Yeah, go on.
Is it Chad? Is it Chad Gable?
Shorty G, mate. Hell yeah.
Shorty G, 3-time
Skillet's
tag
gone.
team champ, NXT, Raw, and SmackDown. Skillet, no. Skillet comes back.
I apologize, guys. I think I just ruined it.
It's
I
fine.
before I started. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. Right. Okay. All right. Second place. Tempest. Step up. It's all to play for here. All right. Your time starts now. Oh, hang on. Let me just get your restless information up. Oh, I'm nervous. All right. Cool. There they are. 20 on the clock. Hit me.
I will say, I'm going to try and go through this as quick as I can, but I was really banking on that survival round being the last one. Always throwing a curveball. Okay. Is it a man?
Yes.
Do they currently work for WWE?
No.
Have they ever worked for WWE?
No.
Do they currently work for AEW?
No.
Is it Sha Samuels?
No. But I understand why you said it.
Do they currently work for New Japan Pro Wrestling?
Yes.
Oh,
This is my wheelhouse. I should get this. Okay. Have they ever been IWGP Heavyweight Champion?
No.
Okay. Are they Japanese?
No.
Is it Jay White?
No.
That's a
He's been
terrible.
a-
He's been.
he's been champ.
Oh,
You
that
see, the
point-
pressure gets to people, even to Tempest.
Even to Tempest. Okay.
Oh, brain.
Okay. So a non-Japanese, a foreigner in New Japan.
A damn gaijin.
Gaijin, if you
One of
want.
those guys. Is it Will Ospreay?
Kaboom. 11
Oh!
points.
Hell yeah.
I would have had it one earlier if I didn't stupidly guess Jay White.
All
Big
right.
Willie style.
11 points.
Okay. That's fairly respectable. Right in the middle
11's good.
there.
11's good. Yeah.
11's
Yeah,
very good.
Very good.
All right. Okay.
It's tough because Luke needs to get it within those first 10. And he can play that into his strategy.
All right. So Luke
Yes,
has 78. Luke has 68 points currently. Tempest, your final score is 78. Luke,
Yeah.
10 points to tie.
Mm-hmm.
You need
Which means
11
he'd
points.
retain, right?
Yes,
Champion's
I guess
advantage.
the champ retains. Yeah, championship
Okay.
advantage,
Oh,
I
that's
guess.
Are we doing a tie to end this if we tie? I would think that's a
Sorry,
tad
just so I-
anticlimactic, but
Just so I can clarify, 11 to win.
11 to win.
Right. I'm ready.
All right, I'm
Shotgun
not.
effect.
Oh God! All right.
Here we go.
Okay, I am almost ready. Okay, here it comes.
Is it Sid?
It's not Sid. That's a point wasted.
Damn it. Okay.
God, no.
Imagine the style points, though.
Are you currently active with WWE?
Clarify that.
In ring?
No.
Have you previously been in ring active with WWE?
Yes.
Are you a former heavyweight champion?
No.
That is world W. Okay. Are you a? Oh shit. Are you a former intercontinental champion?
Yes.
Are you a former European champion?
Yes.
Have you ever won King of the Ring?
Yes.
Are you William Regal?
Oh, Luke.
The European Championship just blew that wide open. Oh, wow.
That's how you play the game.
That's how you play the game. The greatest QuizzleMania. And the thing is, you knew it was William Regal. You knew all you had to do was waste 3 questions and you could spend next week with your wife. But you knew it was William Regal and you made that choice.
She's going to be so happy.
All right, final scores. In last place with 47, it's Skillit. In third place with 58, it's Pete. Pete, you didn't come
Yay,
last.
Pete.
8 mother flipping points. God,
Very
that's like
good.
the best I've ever done, I think.
In second place with 78. What a debut. Tempest, thank you so much for stepping into the breach at the last minute. In first place with 81. It wasn't close, but it is decisive. Luke Owen, you have become the greatest QuizzleMania champion of all time. How do you feel?
Exhausted.
Quite
Sweaty.
right. So we have a few super chats to get through. We are now entering the post show. I will basically rattle them through. They've got some questions for us. If anyone has to go, the quiz is officially over. So do let me know, and no hard feelings. You may leave. That is absolutely fine. But if you want to stick around to answer the super chats, I will begin shortly. Does anyone need to go?
Nope.
Good.
No.
Magic. All right, on we go. So New Punk Rant says Dream QuizzleMania is Brian Alvarez versus Luke versus Tempest versus SRS. Also, just a reminder, Juventud Guerrera is the GOAT and has the best theme in wrestling. Better than Jushin Thunder Liger?
Nope.
I think not. I think not. Robbie Sheeny says, can't watch live, but figured I'd donate before the stream ends. Quick question. If you guys had to convert one WrestleMania main event from the past into a cinematic match, which would you choose? I love that. That's really good.
I would say Austin and Rock at WrestleMania XII.
That was my first thought. Yeah.
Then you could do the whole Vince and Austin and have it be like cinematic, and there's a turn there. I think that would work out pretty well. That or Rollins cashing in.
That's a really good one. My first thought was like X7 all the way, just because it's the best one. But yeah, I really thought Vince and Shane could be, because it's already like a telenovela kind of crazy soap opera match. Anyone else got a better option?
I was thinking Hart Austin from 13, but I don't know if that would work. I don't know if it's more reliant on the crowd to do it or not.
Yeah, and actually,
Maybe.
On that note, I think that the Vince Shane one is so reliant on that crowd as well, because like that crowd going nuts for Linda standing up, like that moment I feel gets lost if you don't have the audience participation there.
Yeah,
the cinematic match.
It's hard to say.
That's why I'm just going to say I think Adam's frozen. In fact,
I know I'm here.
No, there he is.
Just looking at Super Chat.
He's so still.
I've got poised. I don't know what else to say. All right. Kevin says, Adam, send this pic of you to Keith Lee and maybe he'll agree to marry you. I don't know what the pic is, Kevin, but thanks.
Probably you as Charlotte Flair.
Oh, me. Thank you. I'm certainly not more beautiful than Miriam. Sevester19 says, can we get a mask reveal? I assume he's asking Tempest. Tempest, absolutely not. Kayfabe is strong.
Kayfabe, brother. I do wear a mask when I wrestle. So if I get paid the big bucks and get it on, Telelucha, maybe. But until then, mask stays on. Perhaps if I come back, I will have my mask when a certain company that I will not say their name stops dicking me around and gives me my goddamn gear.
Misha Sumra says, Fem Adam is the new queen of parts fun known. What's everyone drinking tonight? I'm working through my beer 52 delivery. Hashtag jam that jam. Hashtag support each other.
A little bit of Molson Canadian.
Very nice. I haven't drunken anything in this stream. I actually haven't been. I gave up booze for a month, all of June. I haven't drunk a drop. Bloody hell, I miss it. What about you guys?
I had some Jack Daniels. It was the last of what I had because it was my partner's birthday this past weekend. So we bought a lot, and I had a little bit of Jack Daniels left over. So I just had it in my awesome D&D glass. It's great.
Happy birthday, Michelle. Hope you had a lovely day.
That's
I'm a
not even
weekend
close.
drinker myself, so I mostly drink on weekends. So nothing today, just water.
Fair. And Luke, I saw you. Is it wine?
I was drinking a little bit of wine, a little bit of Echo Falls because I'm classy like that.
Very good, mate.
Yes, you are.
£6 a bottle.
Ollie Jacobs says, "Is Louis okay? Please let him play." Yes, Louis is okay. We have actually had some people say that they are slightly worried that we are being cruel to Louis. Do not worry, Louis is not upset about this. But he would like to pass on. Thanks for your concern. We are, it is sort of the point to get everyone on Lewis's side. No, he is fine. But thank you very much for asking. Emil Duquesne says, "I can't wait for Tempest to win, then pull off the mask to reveal it was Ollie Davis the whole time." I would eat my fucking PS4 if Ollie Davis was able to answer trivia like that. Christopher Henderson says, "Great show as per. You need to put two wrestlers together, combined age 100 plus, and get a 5-star match. Who's wrestling Christopher Daniels?"
Minoru Suzuki.
Ooh.
Like
Ric Flair versus Ric Flair versus Minoru Suzuki. Oh, hell.
Would watch.
Well, yeah, it would get butts in the seats.
I mean, Suzuki's the only person I can think of that's like 50 plus that can still do a 5-star match at this point.
God,
so I don't know who you put him with, but
how old's Tanahashi? Is he in his 40s yet?
He's in his 40s, early 40s, I think.
Oh, early 40s. Okay.
Yeah.
Greatest hair in wrestling.
Can the Great Muta still go? Can the Great Muta still go?
Yeah,
not
like
last time I saw him, he was not walking around as great.
No.
So,
how old's Minoru Suzuki? Because if he's 54 or
I think he's 52.
I was going to say AJ Styles because Styles is 46, right?
Age 52.
Yeah.
Oh, Jericho. Jericho's like 49.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, so we'll go Chris Jericho and Minoru Suzuki. Ooh,
he wants that match too. We'll see that eventually.
Christopher Henderson says, "Great." Phil Whitehouse says, "Never donated before. You guys provide smiles and laughs and sanity in these god awful times. So I say thank you for that chutney. Andre Kirkland says, "Adam, I'm so glad you're back and better than ever. I'm back. You're an inspiration to me. Keep rocking, superstar." Thank you, Andre.
Can I jump in right there and just say to you, Adam, I want to thank you for coming back to the public eye and all that.
Oh.
I have a tag team partner in pro wrestling who only got back into wrestling because of your videos. And it really it meant a lot to him to see you back. And without you having done that, I wouldn't have had a tag team partner. So I want to thank you for bringing wrestling really full circle for me.
You're absolutely welcome. So that's what 20% of everything your tag team makes, I guess.
Yep. I'll make that happen.
Thank you, mate. That's really, really kind. Gareth Price Stevens says, "Hey everyone, thank you for a wonderful QuizzleMania week. Even though I've sent this before the final score, I'll say hard luck to Pete. But no, Pete.
Solid third, mate. Thank you very much."
Cypher says, "I'm not liking Adam looks like Flair. He's obviously cosplaying as Boris."
No,
that's not very nice.
Didn't.
That's not cool, man.
How do you return super chat money? Well, he did at least say sorry for the insult. Lots of love and respect. There's no respect there. Chris Boyk says, "Why is Tesco brand Lil Nate hosting this week? Fuck yourself."
That's so good.
Spoonman Abrams X says, "Adam, you should let players rebid if all are over in The Price is Shite. That's how the game The Price is Right works. Also, keep up the great work. Did not know that. We'll consider for the future." Dylan from Cork. Just got in the door to catch the remainder of the stream. I'm a small bit tipsy. What the hell is Mystico doing here? In all seriousness, love you all to death. WrestleTalk for life. Thank you so much, Dylan. I'm going to play your cameo before the stream ends one last time because you're a legend. Yes, Luke.
Only because someone had tagged us online about this. We do not endorse Vince Russo's thoughts and/or politics.
Oh no,
no,
no.
absolutely not. No. It's
no,
no, absolutely not.
I'm just more enamored with the fact that he's recommending something he has no idea what it is, which is so delightful. And we are making fun of him for that. But no one.
Yes, yeah, I was going to say, he is not in on the joke.
No, he's not our bud. Rai4N says, just an excuse to support the channel. Thank you very much. What is a wrestling moment that moved you the most? Daniel Bryan retiring really got me.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns' leukemia announcement really affected me.
Yeah.
Retirement, Edge's retirement as well.
Edge's retirement.
I was going to say that.
Completely.
I was 14 when that happened, and I shed a tear when Edge retired.
You can actually hear the gasps. Like there's no build up. It's just you just hear everyone just go, "Oh no!"
Yeah,
it's horrible.
And of course, the tragic Owen Hart death, the Monday Night Raw when Deborah and Jarrett and Triple H and everybody was sending their condolences. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Raw is Owen. Oh my gosh, that was slightly before my time, so I only watched it kind of after the fact when like kind of Owen being dead is one of those things that this is a thing. I can't imagine being a fan and watching that episode of television.
Yeah. One that was a little bit more lighthearted, where there wasn't a retirement or a death or anything. I talked about it on the WrestleTalk Extra podcast, but when Kenny Omega wrestled his last match with New Japan, I've gone back and watched that, having known everything that's kind of happened. I think it's pretty heartbreaking, like watching him walk to the ring. He doesn't have that same kind of fire that he once did in New Japan, and knowing that he felt betrayed by the company and he wanted to kind of stay and work with them, but they weren't interested. And then the whole match after that, it's just a very kind of sad feeling to a match.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
What was his last match? Was that?
It was with Tanahashi. Yeah, at Wrestle Kingdom 13.
Oh man. Mike Dempsey says, talking about crying, watch DBZ, The Fall of Man on YouTube. If you're a fan, you will cry. Vegeta? Dragon Ball Z. I've never seen Dragon Ball Z, not one episode. I'm so very sorry. Vegeta is a family man. I don't know what they're referring to.
I've never seen it either.
I've missed that one.
Dartrain24 says, just moved into a new place. I'm listening to this while decorating. Hashtag decorating with the boys. Hashtag jam that jam. Jam that jam. Maz3D, wife just bought me the Jam That Jam shirt for Father's Day. I've been really down. Thanks for everything you've all done for me during these past months. And of course, the Jam That Jam shirt is available now at WrestleTalkMerch.com. Link in the description. If you buy a t-shirt before the end of the month, you'll be entered into a prize draw to win a signed not replica, but literally an exact other model of the QuizzleMania trophy. Buddy King says, I might get in. No, I'm not going to read that super chat. Sophia King, it says, just watch Fighting with My Family. Was it as horrible as I thought it was? Why did they make her dumb? And why not do the debut where she talks? I actually haven't seen Fighting with My Family, so I don't know. I'd heard good things about it.
I thought it was a good movie.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I think it's good.
Okay.
Did they change the debut?
Oh, they changed. Well, they didn't change completely the debut, but like they changed so much. Like they add a load of like not superfluous characters, but like fake characters to the story.
Yeah.
So like if you're watching it for historical accuracy, then it is about as real as most WWE documentaries. But it is, it's perfectly fine. I think Florence Pugh's great in it.
Yeah.
Bacon Rasher says, sorry, Adam, for throwing shade at your sunlight. It must be the drink, as it's so nice. I keep getting another can from the fridge. Hashtag beer52. Hashtag peroxide. Hashtag JTJ. Nerf Herder 1986 says, I'm freaking out my wife by guessing all of the artist collective's questions correctly. Keep up the good work. Hashtag compote that compote. Simon Ganji said, would be really cool to see Ma Dry Bread as QuizzleMania guest one day. He's a wrestling encyclopedia. Oh, I'm not familiar. Joe Kerr says that the closest Adam is getting to being a Flair is being Rudy Charles. Cheers. Speaking of Joe Kerr, by the way, can't help but notice I saw your little copy of The Killing Joke behind you.
How about the Killing Joke tattoo on my arm?
Hells, is that what, like a Brian Bolland one?
Yep.
Hells, yeah, look at that cover. That's the copy I've got. Love that book.
Amazing.
One bad day away from madness.
Classic.
Absolute classic. Alan Moore doing a origin story of the Joker. It's absolutely fascinating. Trenton Brown says, this is for Pete, finally doing good at That's My Line.
I did it, guys. Redeemed, sort of.
Come on, Pete. Bring it home. Chris Hutchins, Louis needs to be on QuizzleMania. When are we getting the blow-off match between WrestleTalk and Cultaholic? And can we get it on QuizzleMania? Keep up the great entertainment every Wednesday night. Emil Duquesne says, hey, Tempest, is that a Toronto Blue Jays poster on your left? If so, do you think Vlad Jr. will live up to the hype?
First, this is a Toronto Maple Leafs poster.
Ooh.
Hockey. I do prefer baseball to hockey, so don't let that discourage you. Yes, I think Vlad Jr. will live up to expectations. For those who are unaware, the Toronto Blue Jays had this phenom baseball player signed at the age of 16. He became the #1 ranked prospect in all of baseball, made his debut last year. He's supposed to be pretty good. Obviously, there's no baseball right now, but hopefully when it comes back, we'll see a ton of home runs.
Awesome. Angry Buffalo fan says, and this is, I want to stress in all caps, stop treating Louis/Louisville like crap. He is a very good boy.
He is a very good boy.
He is a very good boy. Connor Sudik says, third place chopper. Diana Michael says, really enjoying this. First time watcher. Got recommended to this from a YouTuber I watch, Small Afro. He always talks about
Darren Walker. Yeah.
Darren Walker, yeah.
So I have to check it out. Would love to see him here one day. Always a possibility. I think Iske says, hi guys, what is the best WWE pay-per-view match, NXT match, New Japan match, and AEW match? Well, I think we've all done best WWE match. So
I have not.
Did you not?
Nope.
Terribly. So what's your favorite match?
If we're going strictly main roster, the first Hell in a Cell with Undertaker and Shawn Michaels is my favorite WWE match.
Very nice. How about everyone's favorite NXT match?
The Takeover Toronto tag match, DIY Revival.
That's what I was
I
going
was
to say.
there for that.
I think
that was incredible.
Amazing.
I think that is the right answer. My favorite match is Nakamura Sami Zayn.
Oh, that's also up there.
Such a
That's
good
probably
shout.
number 2 for me.
Do you know what else? I mean, I'm about to say it's underrated because obviously it's not underrated, but the first North American ladder match.
Yes,
That's my answer.
So good.
Yeah.
That's my answer. I love that match. Absolutely loved it. That's my favorite ladder match of all time as well.
I'm going to go 2 out of 3 Revival DIY. It's just so brilliant.
I was so upset about Takeover Toronto because I was literally at that stadium in Toronto a week before that show, and then I had to go back home. I was over there for my brother's wedding, and I was like, Takeover Toronto here is next week, but I need to go back in 3 days. I'm so upset.
That sucks.
And to give some love to the boys, Tyler Bates and Pete Dunne.
Yeah. Oh, Pete Dunne and
Walter.
Pete Dunne and Walter. Yeah.
Amazing.
New Japan Pro Wrestling match. I said my favorite. I think I said last week. So Shibata versus Ishii.
Ishii.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a Mega Okada 4.
Yeah.
It's the greatest wrestling match ever.
That's the best wrestling match ever, and kind of by default, my favorite. If I had to choose just another one besides that, because that's the standard answer, I would go with Tanahashi Okada from Wrestle Kingdom 10.
Nice.
I agree with Okada and Omega. Number 4.
Nice. And favorite AEW match so far?
The tag match.
Tag match.
Yeah.
Tag match
Revolution
Revolution.
tag.
Stadium Stampede for me. I loved that. That was I was just in the fucking mood for it. Like it's a bright spot in a quagmire of dodgy wrestling. Not dodgy for some reason because I don't think they should be doing the tapings, but also just like it's not quite the same. And that was just it's sheer wonder, like just stupid and just Chris Jericho arguing the play with Aubrey, Sammy This poor Sammy Guevara. Like, yeah, that's that for me. But the tag match is a very close second.
And I was at the tag match as well at AEW Revolution. So I've
Damn.
seen many a great match from all of our recommendations. That was even better live.
Robstar R says, Skillit, bang! You and I remember Budapest very differently.
That's the album, Skillit. That's actually Barry Scott. Yeah,
that's amazing. Hang on, let me put your info. I'm very bad at remembering to do this. There you go. Do everyone please go for Skillit at Skillit World. And how can you get this album, Skillit?
It's available on all streaming platforms everywhere. So Spotify, iTunes, everything. Just type in Ryan Skillit and you'll find me. And I'm gonna send a physical copy to all you guys personally. So
amazing,
man.
Of Luke, and I'll get that sorted for you guys.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Amazing.
Skillit, bang. Check it out wherever you get your streamed music. New Punk Rants says, I won't lie, bro. I cried when Adam came back. Him getting me back into wrestling really helped with my mental health. Love you, man. This bowl's for you. Oh, thank you, mate. Dylan from Cork says, just a second what Luke said. Don't agree with Russo's views or condone them. The next QuizzleMania cameo is someone much more loved. Stay tuned. Dylan from Cork. Number one fan, as Simon Gange says, Dry Bread is a YouTuber who does Let's Plays, and I got into him from Pokemon challenges. He names his Pokemons after wrestlers. Oh, he sounds like just like a cup of tea. Gabriel Reyes says, how great is QuizzleMania doing to break my boredom? I created a spreadsheet logging all of the QuizzleMania championship reigns, a la the way they log titles on Wikipedia. I got too much time. Are you the person who did that for our Parts Fun Known wiki? I found it the other day. There's literally, on the Parts Fun Known wiki, there's literally a QuizzleMania wiki, like kind of mini wiki page with all of the stats, including like who's held it the most days, who's come last the most, it's Ollie, who's got the most cumulative points, it's Luke, who's got the best average points. I think it might still be Sean Rossat, but Luke is getting up there. But no, that it's there. It's if that was you, Gabriel, you're the man. Clinton Davis says, me and my fiance just separated. Oh no, I'm really sorry to hear that. And this really took my mind off it. Love you guys. Jam that jam, Clinton. Stay strong.
Jam that jam.
Trenton Brown says, new Patreon goal to make all of the boys of WrestleTalk watch Dragon Ball Z. You can't make me. You can't make
too many episodes. It's so long.
Listen, if you want to do something that Louis will be kicking and screaming at, it's watching anything in pop culture.
Oh yeah, it is. It's actually quite stunning how little he is tapped into that zeitgeist. If it's not wrestling or football, he has no clue.
Just total clean slate.
We asked him about music, and he was just like, I've never listened to a bit of music.
Yeah,
he's a bit of a tabula rasa. It's like he's been created in a lab and they've purposefully not. It's like the Truman Show, but like they've just removed films, like they'd never existed. Stephen motherfucking Jeffries coming in at the end, going to watch from the beginning as always. Thank you guys so much. Oh, by the way, if anyone is still watching and does want to watch from the beginning, if you load it up, it will load from halfway straight after the show's ended. Basically, we get asked this a lot. YouTube has to reprocess the video once it's done. That normally takes an hour or so, sometimes less, hopefully less. So if you just wait a little bit, you will be able to get the whole thing watchable. It's just not watchable immediately after the stream ends, unfortunately. Isaiah, thank you guys so much, levity while the world's on fire. Also, my middle name is Adam. We're the dominant species. # jam that jam. Isaiah TV says, roses are red, the meanie is blue. I'd love to see a Pachisi Blompier reunion. Oh, and it's Pete's birthday too. Happy birthday, Chopper.
It's definitely still not my birthday, but thanks.
Where did that start? I think you've told me this, but what specifically?
Weirdly, it was already a running joke in my own friend group where people on Twitter randomly would just tweet me saying happy birthday. It was just a thing back in the day. And then randomly, it was because I didn't mention that it was my birthday for ages in the office. And I mentioned, I was like, oh, yeah, by the way, we could do this skit thing on Monday because it's actually my birthday then. And we could do this other thing. We were doing this, this storyline we were going to do. And Ollie was like, wait, it's your birthday on Monday? I was like, yeah. And he was like, why didn't you ever mention it? I was like, I don't know. And then he was like, well, if you don't shut up about it being your birthday all the time, and then every day became my birthday after that, and it just stuck. So, yeah.
That kind of reminds me of something similar. Like when I did my 3 videos with WrestleTalk last fall, they gave me the name The Brain, and Luke has used it from time to time, in my sporadic appearances since. I have been called Brain in some form or fashion since I was about 7 years old. And I had a total laugh when it was given to me as a nickname, back in the fall, because of course, every aspect of my life, this name will eventually come back to me. Usually it has to do with people not being able to spell Brian, which is another issue that somehow continues into adult life. But in this case, it was more having to do with the pinky and the brain. But still, the brain will never escape me.
Righto. Next up, JC Zephyr says, "Hey guys, love from New York City. Hope all is well. Question for all: what is your favorite wrestling meme? Mine is Ms. Girl on Vigo's body. Hashtag jam that jam. My favorite thing is because I do a lot of research on Reddit Squared Circle. It's a very good repository of, like, if you come up with like what is the worst example of what's the worst wrestling category, there's always going to be a Reddit thread on it, just to kind of give you a starting point. And one of my favorite kind of Reddit memes is basically it's the WWE version of Rick rolling, which is the Triple H face. I don't know if you've seen this. It's basically people, Rick roll people, like, oh, have you got a link to that? And they put a link, and it's the Triple H face of him going like, I don't know. I'm gonna just Google Triple H face.
I think my favorite while you're doing that is the one where Seth Rollins and DX were in the ring, and DX are all hugging together, and Seth Rollins just standing off to the side, just looking really sad that he's not involved. Me and my friend group just use that all the time for everything. It's great.
As a fan of wrestling memes, the lad wrestling memes,
the person wrestling memes, yes,
I used to love. He had a running gag of Billy Gunn's "womp womp" music from his entrance. So he would just have something with then "womp womp," and that always used to tickle me.
Womp womp. By the way, this is H face.
That's the one. Yeah.
That is, it's a beautiful thing. Have you got a link to that? Absolutely. Oh, god damn it. I also like the Rollins gif where he just slides into shot.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that one. That one might be my favorite. The other would probably be during the segment with Randy Orton, John Cena, where they were unifying the titles and like every world champion's in the ring. And Stephanie's really talking up Triple H, and you just kind of see Punk in the background. Just, I really like that one.
I'd say it was
anything Vince McMahon related is
that's true. Yeah.
Vince in his chair is
of course, it's a classic. And of course, John Cena as well with the "Are you sure about that?"
Let's go on the Cena note. It's him winning Money in the Bank. You know, that was like this. And someone, I remember someone photoshopped him holding an N64.
Or him holding his own head is one.
Yeah, him holding his own head is the best one. Yeah. It's so good.
Oh, amazing. All right, we're down to our last two super chats. Devin Clark says, we got the evolved form of SRS with CVV. Who do you think will get the final evolution, Joe Hendry on the show? We would love to have Joe Hendry on the show if he's free. And Think Iskay says, hey guys, what is the worst WWE match, NXT match, New Japan match, and AEW match?
See, I think it's hard to say these things because it's relative to what? Because you could be like the botchiest, or it could be like the thing that didn't live up to the hype the most, or the thing that disappointed the fans the most, or like I don't know what the barometer is, because you could go like Undertaker Goldberg from Super Showdown, you could do like Mania 32 main event because it was bad, or you could go something like, Maxine versus whoever it was from NXT because it was awful.
I'm gonna go with Taker versus Goldberg, not just because the match itself is shit, it's really bad, but also it fucked up the Undertaker. It's a match that shouldn't have been booked in a relationship that WWE shouldn't have. It was dangerous. It was like the worst a dream match can possibly go. It's the worst. It's pretty much the worst of all aspects of wrestling. Dangerous, politically toxic, and yeah, like it shouldn't be the main event. So, yeah.
I'm not gonna. I can't really give much of an answer for the same reasons that Pete just gave. Thanks. Like, there is no better answer than Goldberg Taker. But I will say one from TNA because it is the worst match ever, but it's also a spectacle work of art. And that's Rebel versus Shelly Martinez from One Night Only, featuring the iconic line, "My vagina hurts," and when the referee says, "Sorry, what?" Shelly just shouts much louder at him, "I said my vagina hurts."
I thought you were going to go with Jenna and Charmel from TNA.
Oh, minus 5 stars.
Yeah, which is also just about as bad.
Which is it was Ruby with the Ruby match, right? With the worst tope suicida of all time.
Yes,
right?
that's the one. Yeah, Rebel, Shelly Martinez. It's a piece of art. It's incredible.
Wow. My answer for WWE's worst match ever has to be The Fiend and Seth Rollins in Hell in a Cell.
Oh, that's
I can understand it.
Everything about that match just sickened me. Like, it wasn't as poorly executed, like, as an in-ring match. Like, they did everything they wanted to do. It was just wrong. They planned it wrong. You know, you could have a very well-acted movie with a terrible script. That was that match. It's horrible. It's horrible. Killed the Fiend character. How can you be excited for Hell in a Cell after that? Killed Seth Rollins' babyface run. Just garbage. Absolute garbage.
I've got two from the Invasion era, which is Bagwell and Booker, and Chronic.
Yes.
Brothers of Destruction. That was so horrible.
Yeah, that was really, really bad.
Oh god!
I want to also give a shout out to Triple H versus Scott Steiner.
Yes.
Which one?
So because not only I think was it the Rumble they had their match? Because not only was it bad, it went 4 hours. It just never fucking ended.
The thing is, like, they did that Royal Rumble match, and they said, "Yep, that worked. Let's do it again."
Yeah. I will say quickly before we're done, Fightful, I guess SRS has been watching this, and he has tweeted out the entire Kurt Angle versus Roderick Strong match.
Yes.
So go and watch that if you want. It's only like 1.5 to 2 minutes long, but it is a work of art. Also, I figured, I gave that little quick story about how you inspired my tag team partner to get back in the game. I figure I should probably mention his name, considering we're a team. But his name is Max Yeager, so give him a follow on Twitter. We're a team. We'll be wrestling together once this pandemic ends.
Awesome. Max Yeager on Twitter, folks. So, worst NXT match. They're hard to come by. I remember being really disappointed by, I think it was Bull Dempsey versus Baron Corbin. It was a no DQ match, and it involved one chair shot, and that's it. Like, so I guess like they're not generally they don't tend to have terrible matches, but yeah, that one was bad. Wasn't a fan of there's been a few like recently, I guess I haven't been huge fans of. I know a lot of people didn't like Cole Dream.
Yeah, that would probably be my answer just because I can't think of a better one, but I was not a fan of that match.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to think of some NXT poor matches.
It's a compliment to NXT, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a sign of the quality that they have that it's hard to pick out bad matches.
Yeah.
Because even like you think of takeover cards, the only one I could really think of is Baron Corbin versus Rhino. But really, it's actually a pretty decent match. Like it's not bad. It's just it's the worst match on the card.
Yeah. All right. Well, this one's gonna be probably won't be hard for Brian. Worst New Japan match of all time.
I do have an answer.
It is.
So it's probably going to be pretty obscure. Like, there have been really bad matches from like the late 90s to mid 2000s when Inoki went on his crazy run of Inokiism with worked shoots and all that crazy garbage. But in more recent years, Taichi wrestled Hiroki Goto in a match, I believe it was 2018, Destruction in Beppu. I believe it was for the never openweight title. This match was fucking horrendous. Like, it was everything you don't want to see in Japanese wrestling. Just lots of distractions and Tai Chi being Tai Chi, which is not very good. It went on forever. And then Tai Chi won, so you had to see more of it. It was just piss.
Yeah, I've seen Tai Chi a couple of times with Rev Pro, and I don't think I've ever seen anything good out of Tai Chi.
He's had a couple good ones. He works really well with Ishii, but that's about it.
Doesn't everyone though?
Yeah,
Ishii's great, so
it's
All right.
really more of an Ishii thing.
So
yeah.
the final one, which obviously is going to be really difficult for Luke because he is being paid monthly by Tony Khan. What is the worst AEW match in their 1 year history? I mean, like,
the
go ahead.
Sean Spears comedy match thing, whatever that was from
Oh yeah, with
Thingy.
Dustin.
from
That's
Yeah.
a good shout.
Yeah.
decent enough. Yeah, fair enough.
I was gonna say the Rio and Chris Statlander match from earlier in the year, where the Nightmare Collective came together at ringside, and Luther came out from under the ring, and you just had no idea what was happening. It wasn't that great of a match to begin with.
Yeah, I was going to say the Nightmare Collective tag match that they had where they debuted Mel. I can't even remember who they were facing, but the point of the match was to like establish the Nightmare Collective and establish Mel as the monster. So the Nightmare Collective lost and Mel was pinned.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
I'm gonna say Jake Hager versus John Moxley.
Oh,
Man,
really?
Oh,
I'm not a fan of Jake Hager, not a fan of John Moxley, if I'm being honest. Like, I really like the match he had with Kenny Omega just because it's an oddity, right? It's this huge novelty thing. Everything happens in that match. But I'm still not kind of like a John Moxley wrestling an actual match. I didn't like his one with Brody Lee that much. Didn't like his one with Chris Jericho that much. Maybe it's just me, but like I'm not a John Moxley AEW champ stan.
Oh, fair enough.
you're entitled to that opinion, Adam.
Oh, thank you.
It's wrong, but yeah, you're entitled.
Oh, thank you. All right, folks. I think we are out of here. Thank you so much to everyone who. Oh, sorry, we just had a $12 from Daltanian saying QuizzleMania 12. Let's get it this week, Pete. Louis can't stay to see who it ended up being. # jam that jam. Thank you so much to everyone. I want to thank you so much at Brian Joystick. Wonderful debut. Tempest almost coming in and Brock Lesnaring his way to the QuizzleMania Championship. And Skillit, thank you so much for coming on. So, it was absolutely my pleasure. And do follow at Skillit World on Twitter. And of course, Pete, you didn't come last. So that is a combo breaker there.
Yeah.
And Luke, the greatest QuizzleMania champion of all time. Thank you everyone for watching. We will see you next week. Jam that jam, everyone.
Jam that jam.
Jam.
Jam that jam.